Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Arcane Adventures in Andromedus. I am woefully last minute with my getting everything open in front of me here. So, thanks for tuning in. First of all, I'm going to start off with what I always do, and I'm going to read out some blurbs to you guys and advertise the stuff that we have going on. Pay attention or else. So, first up, I'm going to kind of go over what we're kind of doing at the moment with our likes of our Patreon and everything. So, you can find our first foray into the world of podcasting wherever you usually get them. I've been listening to them on both our Patreon itself to get early access, or if I miss something on the Spotify. Our Call of Cthulhu podcast, No Silver Linings, by Mark Corrigan of Shunnock Games. It features 15 episodes of chilling horror set in Silvermines, County Tipperary in 1919. You can catch The Violent Madness, also returning to Emerald Collective in podcast form. Episode 0 recaps the story so far and sets the scene for the adventurer's quest to rid the land of Castonia of the magical disease known as the Violent Madness. It also gives each of the players kind of going through and breaking down some of their character's backstory that's been revealed so far. If you don't have the time to go back and watch everything on the YouTube that's been up today, recommend you do, because it is a great campaign. But it's a good way of getting yourself into it there to kind of get ahead on the story. The Violent Madness is available on all podcast platforms for now, and you can listen up to episode 2 or get a sneak peek of the next episode 2 weeks ahead of its release on our Patreon. I'm not sure if we're ahead on that where the blurb is there at the moment, but I do know at least episode 1 and 2 are definitely out on Patreon. I'm pretty sure they're on socials as well, so definitely, or not socials, like Spotify and everything, so give that a listen. It's a great campaign. Mark's, as always, puts on a masterclass in the DM's chair. The Patreon, speaking of it, is also still live. You can head over there by clicking the link that will pop up in chat. Depending on the tier you choose, you're going to receive original monsters, magic items, and maps to use in your games each month. There'll also be the opportunity to get early access to our podcasts, discount on select items at Drive-Thru-RPG, shoutouts on stream, and bonus content, as well as discounts on commissions from Kate here. It's a map. Zorp's art, who did a lot of the art for the actual layout of the Patreon and stuff. And like as well, I'm pretty sure the Drive-Thru-RPG stuff is a lot of it is Mark's content. That's as the aforementioned GM, so it is really worth having a look at there. Like, he makes some great stuff. I've also added a $1 tier for those folks that just want to show their support but can't stretch to the full tier. That's just a, happy to help out kind of thing. If you don't have the coin to spare though, we do still have the free tier that you can follow and get a free original monster, magic item, and the likes there for your trouble, and even more free content that is usually thrown up. Excuse me there, I have a bit of a cough, so I should have to stop there, breathe there. Speaking of the Patreon, just to give a shout out to one of our subs there. I believe next up on the list is Fauna, or Phonosaurus, also known as Scales in the Sophron Saga, and I believe she's played in a large number of one-shots over the years that we've been doing this as well. So thanks, Milfona, for all the support there. Great to have you there. So just a quick look to what's coming up ahead. There's a few games coming up. So this week we have our Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly known as Radiant Citadel, where you can catch myself, Paddy, and Kira, or Freya here. They're all in that campaign. I'm there as a guest, and I will be here probably for another few sessions there. So we return on Thursday, and the party have defeated the beholder known as the Watcher and made their way down to the next level of Shazastar's dungeon complex. These chambers feel all too personal though, and the party get the distinct impression that Shazastar did not expect them to make us this far. As they stand in the garden staring at the statue that hints at Shazastar's past and even his present, now that they know that Shazastar's history is irrevocably tied to the son of the Graven King, will this knowledge yield any insights as to who or what the terrible enemy might be, or will it be too late? As somewhere in this garden wanders Shazastar's favourite pet. And knowing Dave and all the source books he constantly chucks into the Discord that he has purchased, that pet is going to be something horrendous, and we're probably going to have the fight of our lives. So definitely tune in Thursday. It's going to be great. Following that is also Dave and also me and Paddy, I believe, in this game again, where we're doing the Sophron trilogy. So with the war heating up and King Gregor's armies beaten back from the Vertex Crusts, the elven forces of Calaril now hold the pass between the mountains, but the Kingsman Valdar, let me just... Fuck Valdar, has hired a brave band of adventurers to uncover an artifact somewhere in the swamps in the murky southwest of Sophron. But the elves of the warring nation of Calaril have caught wind of this plot and have sent a powerful force to intercept the journey by sea. Tune in on Friday as the battle continues. Last session, I was not in yet. My character will be making an appearance next session there at some point. You'll see. They fought a dragon turtle. So, Paddy, how did that go?
Me, yeah, it went well enough, I suppose. A couple of cannons misfired, and I do believe one of our party is currently surfing on the dragon turtle. I'm not sure how that's going
You would look, as far as I know, there's a B team, so like you'll be fine.
to.
They're a few levels behind, but sure.
No,
Look.
you don't want your A team. You want to keep the A team going. You want to keep
Yeah.
that team tune in the back.
Listen, I made a cool ass character for the B team as well, so I don't really, I have no preference. Yeah, no, it's a great game so far. Some really interesting consequences, I'd say, for the software owned party is going to come from this, from what Dave's been saying. So definitely tune in if you want to know what's going on the other side of that kind of conflict there. So that's all my blurbs for the next week. I believe next Tuesday as well, we will have our Against the Crimson Queen campaign there with a cache of potent potions, that's a bit of a tongue tie, say that 5 times fast, and a deadly concoction of Lantana's creation in the hand. The party have braved the abandoned tunnels of Stoneholm on the lookout for Iron Blood patrols and probably moles, because we all know what they do to moles, the filthy murderers. So, without further ado, I'd like to say thank you to a few things here now at this point. One, Kate from It's a Map there protecting the stream. Kate, thanks, Mel. We really appreciate you. 2 for Christian, our former Technomancer, who put together the beautiful intro that you've seen at the start. 3, Becca, also known as Quadruple Bacon, for the art that our characters have on the stream. And as well as that, then I'd like to say thank you to my players, because honestly, we wouldn't have gotten this far without you, and I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me. Paddy here, who will be playing a character that I'll introduce to you later, has graciously stepped up there to fill a role, as we did have an opening in the party due to unfortunate events. But we'll continue on and we'll roll through. So I'm going to pass you around the tables for our characters to introduce themselves. Paddy, I will ask you to hold off on introducing Buddy just yet, as we'll get to you when you make your appearance. You can give your description then. So we're going to go in order as they are on the display. So I'm going to go right below me here. We have Kate playing Kiva.
That's me. I'm Kate. I'm also known as It's a Map on the various socials where I make maps and stuff. You can see them in our Patreon and stuff as well. I also am doing the tech with the streaming now. I'm playing Kiva, who is an elf with violet eyes and grey-white hair. She's pale and quite short for an elf at 5'5". She's a seemingly innocent monk with a hidden deadly past. Once a loyal disciple, she now hides from her former order, masking her lethal skills behind a gentle exterior, although she wasn't all that gentle with the bridge last time, but however. She yearns for peace, though. I know, but they were annoying me, so I wanted to go
there. It was their bridge. You didn't pay the toll.
You can't own a bridge.
You can't own a bridge. They built.
You can't.
You don't know they didn't build that bridge.
Well, they didn't do a very good job.
Tolls and taxation are theft by the government, so it's bad. Wait, that was actually. I'm going to shut up now.
Okay. The views of our characters do not necessarily represent the views of our players. Let's just make that incredibly clear. Freya, I believe, has much less problems with smiting people than Alara does. Diva, sorry to interrupt there. Is that everything?
I was going to say, yeah, that was me.
Okay, following Diva, we have Arthur there, who doesn't like taxes.
Taxes and tolls and stuff like that is theft by the government. You should keep all the money with the people who have it, and it will all trickle down. This is what Arthur believes. This is not what Kean the person believes, because I'm playing a noble bastard, noble and a prick, to be specific. It's been fun. I hope to continue to be a bastard for a very long time.
Yeah, so thanks for Kean. Next up, we will have Freya playing Alara.
Yes, hello. I am Freya. You see me everywhere. I'm very sorry, but I'm not sorry. I am playing Alara. She is my half-elf sorcerer. She is of noble birth, whose life is steeped in both divine blessing and family secrets. Unlike many of Freya's past characters, Alara has a deep aversion to taking lives. She believes in mercy and seeks peaceful solutions, except when they are very bad people hurting innocent family on the bridges. But she didn't kill any of them. So it's a bit of a different approach for me as a character. So she's fun to play, and I'm excited to explore this kind of side of adventuring with her.
Yeah, I'm still... place your bets in chat how long it's going to be until she's forced to kill somebody, because it's coming close, like...
Well, episode 7 and no deaths for Alara.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Like... As much as I want to make Alara break that code, because it'll be really interesting to see the RP, I'm really loving that you've managed to still do it so far.
Yeah, we're going with it.
So, Yeah, following Alara, then we also would have, I think it is VPI here with Max. And then, as I said, we'll get back to Buddy when he finally shows up.
Oh shit. I'm playing Dungeons and the Dragons game. Cool. Hi. It's me, VPI. Who am I playing tonight? It's Max. Max Medansky, the lovable, whatever he is, barbarian of barbarianness, who just likes to go around drinking and swearing and trying to get Alara to kill something. And is generally happy killing stuff himself.
Yeah, I mean, you've been fairly effective at it so far when you don't lose your head.
Well, yeah. Any
So,
excuse to rage in a mildly perturbed manner.
Like, if you're a barbarian and you're not raging, are you really a barbarian? Like,
no.
You know, as somebody who's experienced the playstyle of a barbarian, like, you gotta get angry. It's just who you are, you know?
Or upset.
Yeah, or upset.
Or a little bit,
yeah, in your
sad.
case, mostly sad, it seems.
Or even happy. You could be a happy barbarian.
Maybe. I mean, I've never. Joyful Rage could be, great name for a band, by the way. So if anyone's out there looking to start one, there you go. And also, it's definitely something that you can see, and we'll maybe eventually find out why Max is so the way he is, because I don't have a word for it. But yeah, that is the majority of our party. And as I said, we'll come back to the last member here when we meet him, as he will be joining them soon. So, last we left off, our party had just crossed across, yeah, of course, Carrick, have just crossed a bridge there that was so graciously guarded by a number of kobolds that were just really minding their own business, trying to collect tolls to pay their definite, not evil dragon overlord. That definitely wouldn't murder them for not being able to pay up. Definitely not. You guys are the good guys here. Let's not forget that. So basically, after two of them flying kobolds attempted to dump Kiva off the bridge, the party rushed on and decided to, defend Kiva. And they did quite well for the most part. Arthur here nearly succumbed to death by bee stings, which is a really nasty way to go out, especially when a beehive is launched at your face at mock speeds by a kobold. Not really ideal. And the rest of them managed to, pummel and blast their way through the rest of the kobolds. Alara, once again, as chat says, has not yet killed one. So, good job there. One kobold did, however, escape. And following the end of the battle, our party, I believe it was Arthur himself, peeked through the waterfall, to wash off all the grossness from the bee stings and bugs, and managed to spy inside a very clear colony of kobolds, a lot of wooden platforms suspended in a large cavern hidden behind the waterfall. And at the back was a mound of melted gold coins and the likes and treasures. And for those in the party with little knowledge on dragons, being I think Kiva and Alara, managed to guess fairly solidly that this is potentially a dragon horde. And the party, using their brains, which is rare in a case of a D&D party, decided maybe we should come back later instead of engaging here now. Much to Arthur's dismay, because he wanted to rob the kobolds blind. But, he is a rogue. What can you expect? So, without further ado, we're going to get back into the game. Last we left off, as I said, we were kind of crossing this bridge on their way to a town called sunsgrace. Now, moving on from here, I am going to say the rest of the journey does go by without much of a hitch. There's a few rough nights weather-wise as we kind of tilt to more towards the autumnal season here in the Verthorn Valley. Summer is starting to, eke out to a close here, and the first bits of frost are seen on the ground one of the mornings. As you guys kind of wake there, the town is clearly in view. For the most part, unlike the last village you visited, it's not burnt to the ground, so that's good. And you can kind of see, smoke rising from the chimneys, fields of, crops there, surrounding it. It seems to be, from what you've seen in the Verthorn Valley so far, far more prosperous of a town than Novus. There's less, whereas Novus had that kind of air of, dodgy kind of backwater town where a lot of weird shit goes on. Sunsgrace definitely seems to be much more of an established fortified location there. A bit more central as well in the valley. Not the capital of the valley, but that being Verthorn, it's Greater Verthorn itself, which is down towards the very end. But it's definitely one of the bigger towns, and it seems to be like a normal. If we're using, there are different names for the days of the weeks in this campaign. I just have not settled on them yet, and I probably should soon. But this would be, you would guess, the equivalent of a Sunday here at this stage. So the town seems fairly quiet, but farmers are out away working in the fields. Seems to be no real trouble going on so far. What are you guys doing as you make your way in?
An eye out for any more kobolds trying to take money off us.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Ooh. Hold on. Perception. Achoo. Or bandits like we met earlier.
Yep.
16?
You do spy some kobolds in the fields, but they do seem to be working away.
Okay.
Kobolds are, for the most part, while there are, as I've said before, there are wilder tribes of them that have less kind of more stuck to the kobolds like traditional method of hiding in a cave and setting loads of traps. Some kobolds have kind of, alongside Dragonborn and the likes, kind of integrated into society over time. So there are the odd few that are just running around doing their things. So yeah, no bandits that you can see. So far, all appears to be fine, and as you guys kind of enter, I'm going to kind of drop you where you are on the map here now. I'm going to move you across. I don't know if you guys can see, and you'll need to let me know. I'm going to just drag a few of these out. Where's the PCs? PCs. Arthur. Let me know if you can see when you get out.
I cannot at the moment.
Or for the viewers.
There?
The map.
The
No.
viewers can't see either.
Okay, there could be something wrong with the lighting there. Give me 1 sec here. I'll disable
Like
it.
a
I'll
reverse
if I have
green
to.
screen.
No, he's not coming out. And then, so none of you guys can see here at all.
Nope.
Not a thing.
What's happening here? Dynamic lighting, daylight mode. Okay, I'm just going to disable dynamic lighting here because it's clearly causing an issue. Is that working any better?
That I can see perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, second. Refresh.
No, I don't think the stream can see unless
No.
it's still a good bit behind.
Is the EC
No.
account?
I can't see and neither can the EC.
Could
Okay.
be on your end, okay, because everyone else can. Try to
It's not
refresh.
on. Yeah, it's not on stream.
Oh wait, now something's coming in. There we go. Couple
There
of
you- yeah.
refreshes.
Yeah, with the stream can see now.
Guys, I
Okay,
swear
where
we're
are
professionals
we?
at this stage.
So we're down
You're-
here on the
Yeah,
way.
down in the bottom corner. I'll shift
Cool.
Z it there now in 2 seconds.
Hey,
So
We knew what was wrong and we knew how to fix it pretty quickly. That's
yeah,
pretty professional.
it's dynamic lighting, guys.
Yeah.
I am not very good with it. One of these days I'll figure it out. So
There's no tokens now. Yeah.
there should be.
Not for me, there's no.
Oh, they're on the lighting layer. That would explain why.
That's probably
then-
why we couldn't see
Yeah.
anything.
That is probably why
Probably.
you couldn't see anything. Yeah, sorry. Let me just paste and then
There
re-enable.
we is.
Let's see if I re-enable dynamic lighting if this works. If not, let me know. What about now? Can you guys still see?
Yeah.
Ah, it's blocked out. That's
Don't
very
black
good.
for me again.
I don't think your token has dynamic lighting enabled yet. There, Paddy. Let me just double check.
Oh yeah, I can't now on my own. I can see it for the stream, but I can't see myself.
I'm just going to disable dynamic lighting. We'll deal with this at a later stage. Just to speed things up. I am sorry, guys. I should really start doing dynamic lighting more than 10 minutes before the stream. Okay, so Paddy, you're not on the map. There. Okay. So as you guys kind of approach, this seems to be the first building you come across at the edge of it there. There is a small river there flowing through. There's a pond to the left with a few geese and ducks and I believe swans in it there. So for those of you who know geese and swans, probably best to avoid where you can because they are not
Aw.
always the best.
I was gonna go over and see if they were.
I mean, you're more than welcome to try it, but they might bite you.
I
Lose
have
an arm.
I was like, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
If I have a little
you
bit of
can't-
crumbs in my pocket and my little bit of bag, if I have a little food, I'm going to put it on the ground for them.
You can't trust a goose.
Yeah.
Evil
They're good
things they are.
watchdogs.
And
Fucking
apparently
evil.
shepherds as well, sheepdogs. Like they apparently can herd.
They're good birds.
Was it
So-
illegal to kill a swan in Rome for ages during the Empire?
It's illegal
'Cause
to
they were
kill
the
a
only things that actually stopped the place from burning.
I
I
believe it's
think
illegal to kill a swan in the UK as well.
it's also just illegal to kill the animals.
Yeah, just don't kill animals. Don't be.
Just don't do it.
guy. Yeah. I'm gonna try this one last time. I believe I fixed dynamic lighting, so just tests. Can everyone see?
Ooh,
I can see.
Yes,
I can
and you
see,
should
but the house is blocked out.
Yeah, you're not in the house. You shouldn't be able to see in the house.
Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
There. So as you guys kind of continue Iron Cross, Alara, can I get an animal handling check as you attempt
Oh,
to feed these
no.
animals?
Oh no, I forget this is D&D.
She might have to kill a swan as the first thing.
No.
Kills.
3 points of beak damage.
Don't feed the animals. Oh, Jesus.
You can only give him
At
peas.
12.
Yeah, like one of the geese eyes you weirdly, and it looks like it might be about to square up, but then it notices the food and gets distracted. And yeah,
And then
fine.
she'll just toddle off back with the others over the bridge.
Yeah, so as you guys approach, sorry, what were you saying there? I'll let you finish that bit.
Oh no, I was just saying she's relaxed now after the whole ordeal with the kobolds, and she's seen the water, she's seen the animals, she's recomposed. We're ready.
Okay, so as you guys approach, it seems to be somewhat of a, it's early enough in the morning still, so the place may be closed, but it seems to be somewhat of a cafe / bakery of sorts there that you've mentioned. Now, there are animals outside, so there is also a farm attached. This seems to be like a outbuilding on a farmstead outside the thing, so potentially the farmers have funded this and supply this kind of cafe here. The
Co-op situation.
on the wall here hanging is the sign. It says Kaelin and Berna's. There. As you guys approach, does seem to be sounds of a slight argument going on inside. I will say, Patty, you can hear all of what's going on here. In this regard, they appear to be arguing over the fact that the apprentice hasn't shown up for work in the last 3 days.
Okay.
So, as you guys approach, actually, first of all, buddy, what are you doing in this situation? As you've entered in looking to get your breakfast, you're quite hungover from the night before, I'd imagine.
Yeah, if he hasn't got it already, he's sitting kind of languidly on the stool, on the chairs there. His appearance is at odds with the place. It looks quite a nice, clean place. He's dirty. His clothes are encrusted with dried mud, probably puke, dried in cider puke, whatever you're having,
Nasty.
lager, mead. His eyes are half dead and a little bit glazed over. He's just tapping his foot, and every so often he's raising one hand and trying to say, I'm still waiting for me breakfast. Still waiting for me breakfast. There's often the time I came down here in the middle of winter and helped you with them cattle out there, and you can't even serve me a breakfast in an empty cafe. What's going on at all?
Will you fuck off? We're trying to have a discussion here. We're not even open, like.
Well, I'm here, so how is it not open?
Because the fucking front door was unlocked. It doesn't mean you can come in.
Well, maybe you should lock your doors. I'm
Well,
a
I came
long-term
in the front
customer.
door. You are a long-term customer, but
I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for.
Are you guys open?
They
no,
are
we're
open.
not fucking open.
I want
open.
Great.
Yeah, I'll
We're
have
open.
bacon and eggs and some French toast.
As you
Am
guys
I
enter
right
the
to sit
building,
over here?
you do see
Hello,
like a kind of
Oh, yeah.
a shift see it there. This is probably likely Berna. Is a human woman. She's about 5'4", give or take, not very tall, and redheaded there. Young, appears to be young, early 20s. She's quite annoyed. And there, she's absolutely covered in flour. Looks like she's potentially dumped the bag over her head by accident while trying to lift stuff. And yeah, it seems like the bakery hasn't gotten into full swing yet, and everyone being in here probably causing a lot of extra stress.
Okay, so I will have a crumpet, some morning tea, and if you could bring that out to me, that would be great. Okay, thank you very much.
Where are your manners? My goodness,
We're
this
not-
woman has rushed off her feet.
Ah, yes, here, and I put down 1 gold piece.
Okay, we are
Hey,
fucking
big
open.
spender.
So, we are open. Okay, Kaylin! And she shouts into the back door, Kaylin, get a fucking... What is he wanted?
I wanted eggs. You better serve before. Don't be serving
Right,
these
eggs.
fancy newcomers.
Right,
I
wait,
want
First
a
out.
crumpet and a cup
Crumpets.
of tea.
One at a time, you fucking idiots.
Crumpet, cup of tea.
Okay, I need a crumpet and a cup of tea. I need eggs and bacon. What are you having?
I would like 2 pan au chocolat, please.
They're not
And-
baked yet, but give me about 10 minutes and I'll have them to you.
And a big
You big
pot
fella
of
over
tea.
there.
Yes. The usual.
Not you, not you. You're a big fella. With the big axe on his back.
Bacon, eggs, and whatever goes for French toast in this world.
Promethean toast. Okay, yeah, we'll get that.
Promethean toast. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
And
Yeah.
You there, Blondie, what about you?
Good morning. My name is Alara. Hi, I hope you're okay. I do apologize for the abruptness of some of my friends.
Oh, they're paying customers now at this stage, so it's grand.
Oh, okay. I'll have chamomile tea if you have it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
And she basically repeats her orders and then goes back in and starts probably working away at them. It's going to take about another 10 minutes, you guys would imagine. Yeah, so in the corner you do see Buddy. He is, as he described, disheveled. Looks like he's probably been dragged off a street corner somewhere into here. I think it's fair to say, Paddy.
Yeah. He's he's not massive. He's a half elf. He's very clearly a druid. He looks like a fella who would have walked straighter in times past. He's hunched over from emotional sadness, and you can see it in his eyes. He just looks broken in his soul. And he's hungry, and he's still tapping, and he's looking at you all. He hasn't seen you before. He know most of the people in the valley. Yeah, and he's just kind of eyeing you up.
You look like a man who knows most people in the valley, correct?
That'd be right.
Can you give me an insight check, please, before you make that statement?
Sorry, yeah, that's fair. I was going for comedy over actual.
No, you're fine. I'll allow it, but yeah, you're right. No, you're grand.
Yeah.
Do as you will.
Do I get anything extra from that insight that I got nat 20?
Well, as he said, I will give you that insight. Yeah, you do notice that does seem to be. I'm going to take a slight liberty here, if you don't mind, Paddy, here, and stating that, look, as you mentioned, he is very clearly a druid. You do notice his fingernails look like they might be a bit tougher than your average, maybe from years of being able to shift to and from beasts. They look like kind of not necessarily claws, but they look very much like claws reshaping human fingernails kind of thing. Maybe from using I think it's primal savagery, is it the attack that kind of they get that as a cantrip? I don't know if you have that, but kind of that sort of thing. Bits of moss. There are bits of moss on his clothes that just look like they're kind of growing there naturally. A few, you're getting the vibe of druidic off him, definitely. There's like an air about him. You don't know how to quite describe it, despite his disheveled appearance. It's like the plants seem to be nearly turned, like there's a sunflower on a pot in the corner and seems to be turned to face him instead of out the window, and a few other bits like that. Very clear air of magic around this man.
Oh, you're a druid. I just thought you were homeless. Okay, that makes more sense. But yes, you seem like a guy who knows the valley.
Well, I'll tell you 2 things for nothing. One, I am currently homeless. Not that it's something to be laughed at by a stranger. Secondly, I don't just know everyone in this valley. I know them for generations. I have served this valley for decades, if not bearing down on centuries at this stage. And what thanks do I get for it? Delayed service to my local cafe. Why do you ask?
We are new.
Well, that's
have you
obvious.
noticed anything weird in the valley recently?
I ordered some lumber a while ago. Time wise, I'm a little bit out of the loop, but it never came. I was half thinking of rebuilding one day, and it just could be months. Never came.
Where were you getting your lumber from?
I get it down at the old mill.
And they never showed. They never showed up. No. Okay.
Never arrived. I haven't been out that way in a while.
Interesting. Any discussions of like culty behavior?
Culty behavior.
I will say there have been mentioned like brief hushed whispers of in some of the nearby towns a new belief system starting to crop up. People are forsaking kind of their normal gods that they pray to, the likes of Sylvanus, like the god of the wilds and stuff, which would be the main one out this way, with the Aegis woods being the woods that surround the valley being grown from his blood, according to mythology. So there's a few people seem to be kind of defecting to a different belief system.
Oh.
So you might have, I wouldn't say there's words of a cult per se, but you've definitely heard rumblings.
I've heard people when they think I can't hear them talking about little things, profanities and disrespectful words about nature and the like that I wouldn't have heard before.
Yes, my father always used to say, if you want information, you get it from a drunk, a druid, or a homeless man. They usually people say stuff and they don't know that someone is listening.
Well, I used to be what you'd call a man. I'm still a druid, and I'm definitely a drunk.
So you must have all the information then. If you have not paid for your breakfast already, I'm going to assume that gold piece has covered it.
I never pay for anything. I've always worked in kind.
Well then,
Thanks for the.
I am paying for your breakfast, and you can help us with this with the information. There,
Sounds
trade,
good.
service, goods and services for money.
Yeah, I might buy me a bed and a barrel or something later on.
For more information and more help.
Just see how
Very
it
much
goes.
so.
You're very well dressed.
So after a few minutes, this conversation, Berna does come out with trays and kind of lays out everyone's food for them. Orders all seem to be spot on, like nothing miss. And the baked goods do seem to be exquisitely well baked. Some of the best you've seen. Even those from the capital city would have like very unlikely have seen better.
Can I get some coffee, dear, please? Maybe. How about you, buddy?
I'll have something stronger.
What's your name?
Buddy, you know now we don't be serving ale or anything here.
What's your name? What's your name, buddy?
Buddy stands up, pressing down on the table and kind of stumbles around here. Buddy is the name, and he puts out his hand.
Your buddy's your name's Buddy. Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy, like my parents, you know, like
Buddy the elf.
The flowers. Bud. Everything buds before it blooms. Then it dies.
Sounds good.
Then it dies, like everything else.
Sounds good. Let's get some coffee out here.
Yeah, I'll have a pot out to you in a few minutes there now.
Shove over there, good man. And he leans back in the chair and he'll plop his food from this table onto that table.
Just before I go there now, you folk, you don't seem like locals now. Some of you are a bit too well dressed. Some of you are a bit too fucking big. And he points to Max. She points to Max, sorry. And well, you just look like you kick the shit out of anyone. And he points directly at Kiva. So, what are you doing in sunsgrace? Are you here to investigate the missing people?
There's missing people?
Oh yeah, the fucking young lad is gone. He's the one who supposed to be helping in the bakery and open in the mornings. Had to drag fucking Kaelin himself out of the bed. Yeah, sure, he doesn't usually show up till noon. He's the manager. And
are you sure they're not just, out on the town late or
oh no, it's been
still in bed?
It's been at least 3 days since we've seen him. Him, a group of his mates have been gone as well. They haven't been seen in a while.
You don't take the crowd out of the lumber house. The mill are gone. Are they gone missing as well?
Well, they haven't been in about, I'd say, 6 months.
Were they talking about any new religious beliefs at the time before they went missing?
Nothing I've heard of now. My money's on them fucking around with the old well down the town. Now, buddy, you be aware of this, that the old well is rumored to be haunted. it's never been confirmed. Nobody's seen anything, but everyone swears that they know somebody who has.
Okay.
And
by old well, is it in use for drinking or anything, or is it left abandoned?
Yeah, it's still in use. It's just it's out a bit of ways now. It's not in use by the majority of the town because there's streams and rivers that flow past there. Like most of the water just comes from that, and a lot of it's actually piped. There it's a fairly well settled town, but it is for like some of the more fringe houses out towards the like outskirts. There would still have to travel to it. There, it's about 10-minute walk from probably the edge of town.
I'll say, I hope you're not using that water from the well. I've told you there's something funky about it. Just turns the milk a bit strange.
Why don't go anywhere near it?
Good.
It's on the other side of town. Sure.
You have to listen.
Like the stream out there. Like, why would I go that far?
You mentioned the well. I'm
not going near the well. You know what's wrong with the well.
People like you don't listen.
Fucking ghosts.
You shouldn't get water from wells. It should all come in bottles.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fucking Fancy Pants.
Has it got that fluoride stuff in it?
What's that?
It's just...
It's that elvish thing. It's like little stone. Correct?
No. There's I know every now and again, we used to get Buddy to do something to the water every now and again back in the day, but he didn't fucking go near it anymore.
It's always it's quick to blame me. I used to.
You used to fucking sprinkle some weird fucking druidy shit down there to make it look better. You haven't done it once.
I used to purify it, and then what happened was, well, things happened, and nobody used
know what
it.
happened. They opened fucking packed their bags and left.
But no, listen, and that's all he'd say, and he'll shake the finger at her.
And she'll be like, "No, that's you, tall buddy." and then she'll kind of walk back in and get the cup of coffee. The cups of coffee for everyone. They're basically like like all the diner style.
Buddy will turn and whisper to her. She made these baguettes yesterday. You can tell by the stainless of them.
And as she's back, you just hear the door slam open, and then just a wooden spoon is flinged at Buddy's head. What's your AC?
Never comment on a woman's.
My AC is only 13.
Okay.
Oh god.
It's a flat roll, so.
But he's dead.
No, it's a 2. So you just hear a brief as it goes out through the window and shatters. It's like fuck.
Oh no.
Very hostile cafe.
Well, it's about, I would say, 7 a.m. and like if you looked long enough, the sign, it's 9 till 5 would be the opening hours, kind of. So you definitely caught them
the door.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Engage
probably.
your locking devices.
Rule 101 in retail and hotel life: never open the door. People will just walk in 100%. And sit down. So it's her own fault. This will learn her.
Potentially.
She did make money.
She probably hasn't had her first cup of coffee yet either. There, and it's better hope she doesn't spit in yours now after that comment. But yeah, so she's working away. So yeah, so like, but you know that the old well, like, there's rumors of like at night, like a fog, even on the like most normal summer's nights, does tend to roll in that area. As well as that, there have been reports of people who've stumbled around there at night, woke up the next day, and like, it's not that they're shriveled per se, but like substantially, they wake up feeling substantially weaker, like men who would be known for being fairly good laborers on the farms. After a drunken vendor, maybe find themselves falling asleep in the woods out near there. They wake up the next day, they can barely lift their pickaxe or their trowels or their hoes and stuff there to get to work in the fields. So there's definitely something up with the well, but people, for the most part, write it off as superstition. But you know yourself, in these parts of the world, anything can be anywhere. Yeah.
I'll relay all that between crumbs and mouthfuls of whatever I'm eating, and the occasional leaning forward and my sleeves rubbing off is it Arthur's food there, and whoever's sitting beside me, and
be Arthur and Max.
Arthur and Max.
Thank you. I love more crumbs on my crumpet.
I don't care. I really don't. I hardly notice from stuffing.
It's good food. He'll turn to Max and say, "That's good food. You were a man that enjoys his food," and he just tucks in. He will look across at the others, and kind of, they've been very quiet, the two ladies, and they look at them.
He was kind of like holding her nose a little bit. She goes, Buddy, is that what you said your name was?
Yep.
I'm Kiva.
Kiva, nice to meet you.
You too. What's going on with missing people? We didn't come here for missing people, did we?
Oh, missing people. You know, people have been telling me there's people missing, and I haven't paid much attention. Because
What do you do?
What do I do? Do you see the flowers and the animals outside? Do you? Did you see them on the way in?
As you say that, one of the cows just look in the window that's been shattered. Like, he's very clearly staring in at Buddy.
I help keep
So
these animals right. I've looked after them, for, as I said, for generations. And I
think
do.
that one's got eyes for you, mate.
Shit, that one there now. I tell you something. Her mother used to be an awful one for breaking fences. But I settled her and I got her a good parent, and she has a better temperament. But I look after all the animals around here and a ways out and around the valley. And so did my parents before me. And that was the way of things until things changed in the greater world for the worst. And well, that was a balls, as they say. But I struggled on, and I, that's what I do. I mind the flowers, I mind the nature, and I mind the animals. And the people around here live the better for it. Not that I get much fucking thanks for it.
Can I ask? The lady mentioned that you used to do something to the water to make in the well to make it better. Why don't you do that anymore?
He'll stop for a minute and he'll think. And I say, truth be told, I've just been drinking too much. Man gets to a point, he stops giving a shite. And maybe that's wrong, but that's where I'm at. We've all lost things. We deal with it in different ways. And that's what I'm doing. I've done enough for other people and want fucking nothing. Everyone gone. Fought for this land. I worked all my life for it. All I wanted was my own little space. And they all fucked off and left me. And I don't even have a house no more.
Well, I don't have a house. And I don't have anybody.
I mean, I have 3, but we'll ignore that.
Yes, ignore
But
that.
his eyebrows
Yeah,
go up rock
ignore.
style. 3 houses.
Okay. I have, a summer house.
Nobody
a winter
asked you.
house,
Nobody
and,
asked you.
You asked, and then I also do. Well, the family owns a lot of properties, that people live in, and we charge them rent. But I don't really call those houses. We usually call them slums.
Slums, eh? Well, sounds like you'll be buying a lot of meals. If I'm sticking around with the likes of you.
He's handy for that, all right. That and bees. He's great with bees.
I love the bees. They're my favourite.
Yeah, so does Arthur. He's
Oh,
really
God.
good with them.
They're such hard workers. And
Arthur gives you a death stare.
I'm
But he's
gonna
a
lean in.
oblivious
I'll,
to it.
I'll just lean in. I'll just lean into to Buddy. Between you and me, he's a bit of a dick, but he's harmless, really. So pay him no mind.
I'll do my best.
You guys can see out those windows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see the cows.
Yeah.
See the guy.
Yeah,
Who's this
there's a-
guy?
yeah. So what looks?
It's
now,
a
Buddy,
Rixium.
No, it's not Rixium. It's a dwarf. But you immediately recognize. Honestly, yeah, shocking resemblance to Stephen there, just if Stephen's bald. But Rixium, not Rixium, Jesus, Buddy, you immediately recognize Davrin, who is one of the locals in the local tavern. They're regular there. That would be probably a drinking buddy of yours. Comes running up there. The thing he's like, "Oh Jesus, Buddy, I fucking knew I'd find you here. Look, lads, there's something weird going on up by the old farmhouse. There's some fucking spider person. And they're causing all sorts of trouble.
At the farmhouse.
Yeah, they're fucking talking about the gods are fucking betraying us, and that he's coming and he's gonna fucking kill us all. And it's fucking weird, man.
And
Okay.
Are they just shouting and talking, or they?
Well, they're fucking waving around. They're like big fucking pointy oaks, and they're waving them around and threatening to stab people.
I tell you, Lance, Davin doesn't make stuff up, so
That is actually not true. Davern is known for telling the odds. Well, he does seem serious.
he's yeah.
Can I roll a check to see if he's?
You can indeed. Not the bees. This is Dave and chat and save the bees.
Save the bees.
Roll
where are you?
insight.
Yeah. There she blows. 22. Ooh.
22. Yeah, no, he's genuinely scared.
Okay. How far away is this farmhouse?
It's actually the farmhouse that this farm itself the
shit.
bakery's connected to. So it's just down this path here.
Okay.
We may go take a look there, lads. Swallow up your food, and
Yeah, I down my tea and start walking out.
Woody
Same
climbs
here.
out the window. Oh, I can't. go through the wall.
Would you guys mind just grouping yourselves up there, just so I can copy these all
Yeah.
across?
Oh, something's happened.
And while
to us.
everybody runs out, I'm just going to collect everything and organize it on the table so it's easy for them to take away and clean.
Good on you.
Just really, really quick.
Arthur has probably messed more of the table than he has of he would have gotten a plate, but there's still crumbs all over the table.
She'll scoop them up onto a plate and the thing going, oh, this one and his manners. No noble is he.
Can you guys see here now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys will come in at this side here, and you do hear the commotion there. There appears to be. Let me 1 sec here. Yeah, there appears to be a tiefling woman. There standing in the yard there, and she seems to be. Now, buddy, you do not recognize this person, my ad as well. Very clearly, immediately, like you don't know who this is.
Right. I'll let the guys know that.
As well as that, she seems to be somebody here. Where is this going? Sorry, now I'm just trying to find something. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, so she seems to be kind of ordering around a weird creature there. I'm just trying to find where I put it. Here we go. The creation of mine. There, that we'll be dealing with. Yeah, seems to be ordering this weird creature around. It appears to be a drow of sorts that is twisted and has 4 spider legs bursting from their back and spider fangs twisting out through their flesh and their face. Can I get a check from anyone who was in the dungeon where you fought Salmon, please?
Yeah.
History check. Somebody got in that 20, I see.
20 for me. What a place to us. Get
Yeah.
I got an unnatural 20.
Yeah, I'll give it to you all with that. Makes sense. This reminds you slightly of what happened to Salmon. It looks like, this is a person whose appearance has been twisted. Now, with her appearing to be a drow, most, especially the elven members of the party, are familiar with the legends of Driders, which is obviously a drow that is usually a male drow that is cursed by Lolth to become a half spider monstrosity, essentially, and it's considered a high honor for the males in drow society. Maybe this is sort of reminiscent of that, but it does appear to be a normal-ish humanoid that's been twisted. There also does appear to be a number of civilians being threatened. I'm just going to throw out some tokens here. Just get them out there, and some commoners there that seem to be kind of backing away from this creature. 2 elves and a dwarf woman there, but you do recognize them. The elves are the farmers of this farm. The dwarf woman is one of their laborers and is also Davern's partner there. Her name escapes you at the moment, mostly because I haven't thought of it, and I will at some later stage. But, yeah, so as you guys come in, it does seem to be threatening as they approach. There, it definitely seems not necessarily hostile, but looks like it could very easily go that way. What are we doing?
Buddy, do you want to call your friends?
Yeah. There's some strange folks there though as well, so let's see what's happening.
Do you know any of them?
Not them first 2. They're queer looking things. But the 2 there down the laneway, they're pals, they're decent people, like they wouldn't be messed up in anything.
Yeah, so
And
as
Look out! Look out! Look out! There's a goose.
there is a few goose keys.
It's okay. I have breadcrumbs.
That's why they're following us.
You're gonna go down.
Protection
this way.
goose.
As you guys get to there, the kind of tiefling there from should see tokens come from I believe the Xanatar's guide pack here on roll 20 there in that regard. So all sourced art there is going to reach out a hand, and this reddish energy begins to crackle forth as they are going to chuck an eldritch blast at the ground before you kind of stop you.
Whoa.
It's a nat 1, so it does go kind of like it bounces off the wall and smashes a window in the house, but the message is still clear.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Stay back. This does not concern you.
What doesn't
No,
concern us?
It concerns us. It concerns us. We are here for the same reason.
And what would that be?
To help show these people the light.
Can you roll a deception check here, please?
Yeah.
I will say at disadvantage because your choice of words is really bad. But
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot the cult steal.
yeah. They don't seem to be too fond of the light, but sure, look.
Yeah. If I succeed, I said the light sarcastically.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say you succeed with that because of your choice of words, but it's enough to definitely stop outward aggression immediately as she kind of turns and kind of cocks an eyebrow at you. And what do you mean by that?
Well, we saw what happened in... What was the last town we were in?
Novus?
Novus. We saw what happened in Novus. We want to make sure that it does not happen here. So many followers taken down for no reason.
That's news. When did this occur?
Oh, about 3 days ago? I'm surprised. The bosses did not tell you.
Just who are the bosses?
There are ears everywhere. Do you really want to say their names?
And she's just looking at you there in that regard. Let me just make a check.
People wants to kind of hit her.
Is keep it going to hit her?
She's waiting to see how she's reacting to what
Just an
Arthur
insight
is
check.
saying. Insight check.
Okay. Arthur, I was rolling that insight against the DC was going to be your deception.
I'm sorry, I thought you were asking me to roll insight.
you can, yeah, your insight will be enough to let you know she's clearly about to launch a blast at Arthur. Like there's a Eldritch Blast starts cooking up between both the brands, and you're
gonna
gonna
smack her
Go for it.
with my spider staff.
Roll to hit. I'm gonna change the music.
God, 60 or 6.
Misses completely there. I'm gonna
Hold on,
change
hold
the
on,
music,
hold on.
and then we're gonna get a turn order up.
I have inspo. Can I re-roll that, please?
I'll allow it.
Please don't be another bloody 6. Oh my God!
Okay, with inspo you do take the roll, so can I get a D100 off you there, please?
You can.
Oh yeah, Paddy, we do use fumble tables here.
I love them. Love them.
22. Is it high or low that I want to get?
Generally low because the high ones are nasty. 22. You lose your balance while attacking. You fall prone, and your movement speed is reduced to 0. I will say that will also be a disadvantage.
Cool.
on the initiative check. So just roll twice and take the lower value for your initiative.
Cool.
Yeah. So as you kind of swing high, she ducks low and just kind of catches your foot with hers. And
Hi,
swings you to the
Raiders.
ground. Hey, Raiders.
Hello.
Who we got raiding us?
Fargrim the Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Hey, welcome in, guys. Fargrim. Thanks for coming in, guys. Our party has just launched into combat with a warlock and some weird twisted monster that looks kind of like a drider if a drider wasn't a drider. So, I forgot to clear the turn order. So, shit. Sorry, guys. I will just remove turns from the list and we'll get rerolls in. Please take your initial roll. Just edit your thing when you do it.
Well, I got a nat 1.
Yep.
I got 21.
But you can reset that to, I'll do it for you. I'll just set it to 11.
Oh, yeah.
Even
natural
just
12.
reroll that again. Yeah.
Oh, 19 or
Yeah,
20.
you'll stay there. And then Arthur, unfortunately, you will have a 1.
Solid 10 D&D just rated 2.
Hey, 2
Raiders,
raiders.
All the
Oh.
raids!
Nice.
Hello!
Thanks a million, guys. We appreciate coming in. We're about to just kick off our first combat of the evening, and I'm going to sort the turn order, and I'm going to get some NPCs into it as well. So just give me 2 seconds here, guys. So I can just.
Oh god, what do I do? How do I do this again?
Yeah. How do I fight? Yeah. No, I get that. How do I GM?
What is this that I'm
So I
playing?
got a 7, and then this creature is going to get a thing. Character sheet doesn't open from that for some reason because I haven't assigned it. That's my bad. No, not ever. It's move, save, and then open character sheet. This creature is a homebrew of mine, though, guys. I will eventually probably throw up some of the stats there in either the Patreon when I get one of the guys that know much better about statting out things to have a look at it. So, there. I will just say that the NPCs are just going to go at the top of the turn order, and so what they're going to do is they're going to run immediately and just start fleeing out of the scene. So they're going to head this way and kind of out and just around here and hide. So that is them. Alara, you are up first. These people are clearly hostile.
Okay, so she is going to move. I was trying to get my distances there before you move them out of my way. Oh, they are 50 feet away though. Oh, can I do that? Okay, she's gonna cast little. Oh, can I click the thing? I'm so sorry. I swear I play this. She's gonna cast web.
Web, interesting choice. On who?
On from there.
Yep. If you want
downwards.
If you want to use your measuring tool to just kind of draw out the line.
Yeah. So from about because she can cast it for 60 feet. So around there.
Yep.
Down.
So
In
like
it.
a square web, kind of like that.
Well, it says a cone web.
Cone web. Cone, I believe, would emanate from your.
So would it not be like small from here and then go out wide? Yeah, like that.
Just chucking it in the chat there, please.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Just because it might be actually from your position, in which case you might need to reposition yourself, which I'll allow because obviously I don't think you've cast that before. Range 60 feet.
Point of view.
Oh,
choice within
20-foot
range.
cube.
20-foot cube. Okay, yeah, that's grand.
There.
20-foot cube.
Okay, so can I draw that somehow?
That's
Cube?
a 20-foot
go-
cube there.
Go down. How do I do this?
Do you put it here? You will get the villagers, but you'll also
Yes.
get them too.
Well, yeah, those two. Yeah.
Okay,
Those
yeah.
two.
So
Yes, that's
I
please.
will. This spot here. It's where the cauliflower is. Give me 1 second here.
Well, I have to see if it works first.
Yep, that's where I'll just leave it to linger.
Yes, no problem.
Do I have spell tokens for this? I believe I should.
So web, then I need.
What level is web?
2.
2. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna see if I have a thing for that. I don't. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So I'll just leave it up there, and if it ends up going away, it ends up going away. That's no issue. So yeah, your web kind of explodes outwards there, and you do notice. And I'm gonna give you this for free without even a kind of a check. You do notice the creature seems to kind of look confused by it, but not particularly phased. You are noticing spidery looking bits of it. So
Because you see, that's why I was doing it. We're friends. We're doing
Yeah.
the same things.
oh, okay, you're trying to continue the lie. Okay, I get you. Yeah, that's it seems confused. Unsure of what's doing.
Good, me
Yeah.
too. I
And
am
if
going to
you're-
move just a little bit though.
Okay.
I'm just going to move over to that little corner there. Then I'm good.
Okay. And that is
That's
it for
me.
you, isn't it?
Thank you.
Okay, Kiva, you're up. You did notice the webs just kind of burst out there. You weren't really looking at Alara's direction, so as far as you know, this spider thing is just like plopped out web everywhere.
Ooh. She's gonna jump up with half her movement and spider staff.
Yep.
Hit this lady in the face.
Go for it, roll it.
Please don't be really
It's
low.
11, which unfortunately will miss. A boon
the
might make the
boon?
difference.
Okay, I will roll a boon, so. 3, so 14.
14 hits. There, so it's going to take.
Ooh, 6.
So that is going to take 6 points damage. Okay.
And then I will use my unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Splat. That is 10. What is going on in my rolls tonight?
And will unfortunately miss.
Cool. And I'll stay where I am.
Oh, next up is going to be the Weaver Corrupted there, which is going to make its first set of attacks. Actually, it only gets one. There, and it is going to effortlessly moving out of the web as if it wasn't there. It's going to move to Kiva, and it is going to make a strike with its. What'll it do? Yeah, it's going to use its hook flail on you. So, does an 11 hit? I don't believe it does.
Nope.
Okay, so what the Weaver swings out with is this like a flail like there, but on the end of it, instead of like a spiked ball, is a nasty looking like curved hook. As it swings over your head, it kind of misses and embeds it in the ground, and that is it for this one's turn. However, from the rooftops, I will say, Alara, I am so sorry, but you hear this. A nasty chittering, like angry chittering sound.
Oh no.
As one that had passed its stealth check was right above you. On its
Oh, that's why you made that face.
Yeah, when you moved there, that's why I was like, oh, really there?
You're like, really? But I like spiders. It's fine. We can be
these
friends.
spiders don't like you, unfortunately. It is going to jump down on top of you.
I'm not a Hoover.
And you are going to... I'm going to give it advantage on this as it jumps down. I'm just going to leave it on the roof because so I don't have to put it into your spot. But
Do you want me to move?
No, I'm happy where you are. I just don't want to put it on top of your space so you can click your token. So it is going to jump down and make a bite attack on you.
Oh.
Which is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, it's going to do 5 piercing and 2 poison.
Oh.
And can you make me a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, please?
A 9.
Okay, as this like bites in, it's like it feels like a human has bit you, strangely enough. But as you kind of are starting to pull away, these 2 pincer like fangs that are sticking out through its flesh tense, extend outwards and slam into your wrist as it's kind of bit your hand, and it is going to. You just feel like a as it pumps poison into your veins. You now have the poison condition, which I will just throw in chat. I'll just call out for you now. Poison. Conditions poisoned. It essentially, I believe it's disadvantage on a lot of things. A creature has disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks for the next hour. There.
Oh.
I will say.
Hey, that's rude. What are you doing?
Can repeat this Constitution saving throw at the end of your next turn, though.
Just like, get off me.
So that is it for their turn. Buddy, you've seen these, and I will say, as a druid, these things' very existence is offensive to you. This is a perversion of nature.
Okay. Before I do anything, I want to know what are they wearing?
The druid, the weavers, or
both the weaver and the woman.
Okay, so the weaver, I'm going to shift Z it, are wearing the most similar, just kind of tunics and like pants, fairly messed up. They're heavily scarred. They are carrying. I feel like I know what you're getting at. They are carrying large flails, which do have a lot of metal on them.
Yeah.
That is what you're getting at. The warlock is wearing, because yes, you Eldritch Blast, of course, it's a warlock. Does have metal decorations and cuffs on its horns, and it's wearing kind of like a flowy like shawl, and appears to be wearing some sort of leather armor underneath.
Okay. Let me have a look and see where I am. Bear with me for a moment. Move a little closer. Speed of 30. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. No, 20, 25, 30. Will that bring me into range with this guy?
It will, yeah. You're on what? This one, yeah. You're on the diagonals, yeah.
Stuff, and then
if you went to, actually, no, Kiva, you attacked the thing. I was going to say if you went to here, you might have flanking, but actually, it attacked Kiva last, and Kiva's attacked that one, so you wouldn't. Well, when flanking is it has to have attacked a creature opposite to you last and not be facing you. Actually, no, yeah, you would. Yeah, you'd have flanking if you went here. Because
Lovely. Well then, with advantage, I'm going to give it a.
for sake, it will be facing this way.
Going to pull from my back in a heaving breath my great club, and I'm going to give it a good swing at him.
Good schmack.
23.
Yeah, definitely hits.
And
Hey,
it's
thanks for the follow, Fairy Teller.
6 damage.
6 damage. That is a solid whack. It doesn't seem to like it crack. It leaves like a cracking sound as you kind of chip off one of its fangs. Doesn't seem to break it off, but it definitely seems very uncomfortable with that there. It does look like it could take a solid beating though. These things, they don't look very weak.
Okay. And then I will just. Yeah. Do I get the impression, or are they under the influence, or are they acting of their own free will?
A bit of both.
Okay.
They seem to be acting and lashing out like what you saw with the one that attacked Lara. They're attacking instinctually, but if you like properly look at one of these things, like their eyes look, they look weird. There's a weird cloudiness around them. Can I get an insight check to me there, please, before I reveal more?
Inside.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah. No, these things appear to be like heavily. Now that you're looking at them, as I said, they're covered in like scars and wounds, like definitely potentially tortured, like submission and broken creatures. Looking at them, as I said, it's kind of like a perversion of nature. They don't like where the spider appendages and the likes. They seem to have like forced their way out from the body. They don't seem naturally there. Like I said, the holes in the cheeks are piercing through their cheek flesh and muscles, and the muscles are kind of re-knit around them, but definitely seems like some weird mutation, and that they're very broken-minded, submissive creatures to their leaders as a result.
Okay, thank you. And that is all I will do for now.
Okay, that is it for you. Where am I gone? Max, I believe it is your turn. Unless I've skipped somebody. Have I skipped somebody? No, I haven't.
Fuck, this shit goes south quick. Fuck. In my confusion, I'm gonna confuse rage. My emotional state is confusion. What's going on still? I don't know. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rage.
Yeah, go for it. Roll the d4.
Hopefully, I don't hurt myself in my confusion. Pokemon. 3. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so,
for those of you who don't know, Vipai is a Path of the Elements barbarian, which is
it's a
homebrew
custom
class.
it's a custom class. Yeah, it's a custom one. So my battle axe starts condensating and dripping water dripping from it, and I'll leave that just that vision for you all, that nice moist battle axe. You're welcome. I'm gonna guys. I don't
you
appreciate.
Previously described Max's rage as taking on different kind of states depending on what you roll. Obviously, when the fire goes out, you get pretty angry. I'm assuming with water that means he's very upset.
It just doesn't understand what's going on. It just doesn't like this sudden. We've gone to Stardew Valley and now we're beating everyone up. I don't know what's going on.
I thought that's Max's favorite pastime.
It is, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
He does like Stardew Valley. He's gonna get close to the closest person that is hurting his companions, and he's gonna give him a swing.
I will say this one is like it has kind of retreated back up against the wall. It's not quite on the roof, but it's kind of.
Is it 5 feet away?
It's about 5 feet away. Yeah, I won't.
I'm gonna try to twat him around the head then.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a natural 20.
You fucking hits. Roll a d100 as well.
I will do that for you.
For those of you in chat, do be aware we actually do crit roll and crit fumble tables. So if you roll on that 20 or on that 1 in a combat roll, it will have an additional effect there, just because double damage and just missing aren't cool enough in my books. And Rain Princess Comic Dudes, thanks for Rain Prince Comic Dude, I think. Sorry, I read as Princess. Thanks for dropping in, and I believe yeah, you did just hit our follower goal, so thanks a million. I'll be slightly nicer to my players maybe as a result. 77, that is
77.
nasty. We're gonna do some serious shit here with that. Your attack knocks your target over, your target is knocked prone. So I'm gonna say, because it's kind of climbed back up onto the wall slightly, you managed to knock it flat off the wall onto the ground. It's like you swung and you managed to catch right on its spider legs, which are kind of like a Dr. Octopus situation, or an iron spider like sticking out of the back. There isn't 8 of them because it's not mutated enough, but 8 when you count its own limbs, I suppose. And you just knock it off the wall, and yeah, it is not happening.
So 7 slashing damage.
Decent hit.
Doubled.
7 dash and doubled, that'll be 14.
Doubled.
Yeah, decent hit.
And that is gonna be probably it for this turn.
Nice. And
Yes.
what did the water do anything?
Not at the moment, no. Not at the
Okay.
moment.
Okay, no worries. And next up is the tiefling, which has been oh so graciously waiting it to take its turn. And it is going to cast a spell. If it'll just open the character sheet, please.
Is it restrained because of the web?
It is difficult terrain. I wouldn't say it's restrained.
Okay.
Bonus action. It's going to cast Misty Step. It's going to vanish out of the webs. And the web is now moved, but it's there where it was. Because I'm stupid measure tool. I need to purchase a spell token pack. There's something terrible. I have a free one that just doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. So it's gonna Misty Step from here up to here and on the roof. Now, happily out of the way. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you do have access to the new magical cool stuff from.
Sorry, that was me clicking things.
Yeah, you're cool. I was actually hoping somebody start using them. They're really cool. So, what happens here as it teleports up? It kind of disappears in a bit of a like. And what it does do then, as it gets to the top, it is going to fire out 2 blood red screeching blasts at Buddy. It's going to go for you. So you're going to get hit with 2 Eldritch blasts if it hits. So, yeah, effects.
No, Dave. No, he needs a spider person.
So it's going to be Eldritch blast. Doesn't have advantage, but Eldritch Blast. It's a normal 20. So it's going to do, it doesn't have the +4 for bless. I don't know where that's coming from. So it's a 12 to hit, which misses, I believe.
That misses, but the 24 hits.
Yeah, and it's going to do 7 points of force damage, and you are going to be pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
As this kind of arcing blast of like red hot energy, and it burns in a weird way. It's not like a fire, but it's almost like where it impacts your clothes are starting to crack, and like it's a beam of pure kinetic energy essentially. So for those of you who are familiar with the comics, it's like when Cyclops opens his eyes and the punch dimension opens up and just punches you. That thing. Yes, that is actually a thing. Read X-Men. But yeah, so you get blasted 10 feet back.
Okay.
And that is it for its turn there. And I will check the Twitch because Dave has done something. D100 healing to the spider person. Which spider person?
The injured one?
They're both injured.
Are they both? Which one, Dave?
They're both on they're both on the exact same health.
Pick one.
Whoever needs it most.
They're both the same.
I'll just pick a random one. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll pick the one that's fighting Kiva, just because.
Aw.
Yeah.
No.
Just because that's more fun. So that is a D4 healing for 1 point of healing. So yeah, look at lower levels, that makes a difference. So that is it for their turn. Arthur, it is now finally your turn. You were completely thrown by the fact that you got blasted with an Eldritch Blast and it missed at the start, and you're kind of like, what the fuck is happening? But now you get to make a move.
Okay, I'm still alive. Great. I take out my longbow. I'm going to aim at the tiefling on the roof. Sorry, I'm going to steady aim first. Apologies, I'm going to steady aim first.
Yeah,
So that gives
is
me
using your
advantage.
bonus action to get advantage, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it. Oof, neither of them are going to hit. A boon could make the difference.
Fuck it, I have one left. So
Made a
13, does that hit?
Yeah, exactly what you needed.
Exactly what I needed. Perfect, okay. So...
I should have gave these things shields, but I didn't. 10 points of damage, it's a solid hit. So, as you hit her, she kind of winces and just shouts something at you in Infernal. Does anyone here in the party speak Infernal?
No.
Let me double check.
I believe somebody
Let me
does.
Check.
Oh no,
I-
God, like,
And I will...
Someone
no,
does,
actually,
yes.
Someone does, and I will DM that someone what she said there, because no one else understands it.
who
Not
could it be, I
me.
wonder?
I
don't.
wonder
Actually, you know what?
who.
I'm
don't.
just gonna say it. You guys
But
just can't
someone-
hear it.
Yeah. Someone
Um,
might.
She basically calls you a filthy, hornless bastard.
Wow.
But none of you guys understand that. But Arthur, you understood that, and it hurts.
Deep
and,
down,
um,
he understood. He doesn't
And,
understand the words,
now,
but he
you
gets
may
the
not
feeling.
know what tiefling culture, but for tiefling culture to call someone hornless, pretty nasty. Alara, if that is it for Arthur, it will be now your turn as the spider person is clinging to a wall. Well, was clinging to a wall and is now underfoot, hissing up at you, looking like it's about to try to bite your ankles.
Kill, Alara, kill.
No, I don't want to kill. Is it within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay,
It is essentially.
so
This is an awning of the barn that's actually like
so
this
it's
part
close
here
down.
is this part here is like there's a slight overhang there. Like yes, there is a room there, but there's a window and stuff, and it's kind of like just in between the wall and the house.
Well, I think
Isn't
this
it-
is what she would
It's
do.
on the floor now as well, isn't it?
It is. It's
Because it
kind
got
of like
knocked down.
yeah, it's kind of behind a wall on the floor. It's in a cramped space.
Okay, so she's gonna move just about 5 feet away from Max there, so he doesn't get damaged, but also kind of like going back from the poison. She's going to
Are
try.
you staying within 5 feet of the creature?
Yes,
Okay, good.
staying there, and she's gonna probably, without realizing it, because she's still not used to all these things, is sword burst, which
Okay.
is create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around you. All other creatures within 5 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
Nice. Yeah, as these magical swords kind of pop up, they're going to make a dex save, which they're pretty good at. They have a +6. It's a 7 though.
Oh yeah, DC 13. So
Yep,
ha.
So it fails.
So d6. A
4
4.
damage. Yeah, so this spectral sword kind of comes up and it stabs into this thing's side, and it looks quite painful, but it's still somewhat okay.
Yeah, so she's just kind of freaking out, and the swords will come around her, and she'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know I could do that."
Track these manually.
Like, okay.
Joys of being a sorcerer, you sometimes do things you didn't realize you can do.
And
If
her
we can
magic
keep
is
the
on there.
swords afterwards, we can make a lot of money.
I'm going to hurt you with these swords if you keep going on like this.
Yeah, okay,
That's
is that it
it.
for your turn?
That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay,
So
cool,
yeah,
you're up.
beforehand, there's an extra 2 points of damage from my last turn for the rage as well.
Oh, yeah, that's no worries. I'm just keeping track of these physically here in front of me because the sheets are linked and it's subtracting from both when it shouldn't, so that's no worries. So if the health bars aren't updating, don't worry. I don't know if you can see them anyways. But yeah,
We can't see
keep
them.
it. Yeah, grand. Keep it, it's your turn.
I will attempt to dunk this spider person with my spider staff, which seems foolish, but I haven't tried it.
Go for it, yeah.
Oh my god, another natural one. How is this happening?
I'll need another
Jesus.
D100 there unless you want to burn another inspiration.
I'll burn another effing end. Will I? Yeah, I will.
I don't know. Are you gonna do it on the little spiders? Do we not need it for later, maybe? I don't know. Up to you.
I don't want to drop my or break it. Okay, okay.
That's
I
fair.
won't.
That's fair.
The spider staff is a magical item, so you'd be fairly confident it's not going to break.
Okay, well then in that case I will roll my D.
D100? Okay, go for it.
I am now a spider person. 26.
26, it's not terrible. And you lose your balance and you fall again.
Oh man.
You're starting to, you look down, you do notice just like webbing attached to your boot, and maybe that's what's kind of messing you up.
Boop. Upside down. Cool.
So-
Yep. I couldn't hit him with my unarmed strike on the way down.
You can, yeah.
Trying to.
You don't have to hit, you just
grab
have to make
them.
the attack. Yeah, so like as you kind of you realize that as you were kind of leaning over and trying to transfer your weight, that your foot was catching on web, and then that's what threw you to the ground. And now you know better. Clear the web, maybe.
I hope I do.
Sorry.
18.
That hits. Yeah. That's a
for
solid
8.
punch.
And I'm done. So.
Nice. Okay, the Weavers are gonna go. Because that's what they're called, but you guys don't know that. I just said it out loud, but even though I shouldn't have. Sure, look. They are going to give you your prone, so it is going to go for you. With advantage, it is going to go for a bite.
Okay.
That's 24.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, so you're going to take 3 points of piercing plus 2 points of poison, and can you make a DC 16 con save?
Can 1 second. Con.
Oh, actually, Alara, can you also give me a con save at the end? Because you would have gotten another save at the end of your turn.
I'm sorry. How much was damage? 5.
Okay, so you will still take 5 damage. You are poisoned
22.
until the end of your next turn, meaning you're poisoned until you for an hour or until you pass another con check. So
Okay.
you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. And when do I do that check? At the beginning of my turn or the end of my turn?
End of your turn. So end of your next turn.
Then
So
I would have
Alara-
gotten 22.
Yeah, Alara, you feel like you kind of squeeze the wound a bit, and like you manage to get most of the nastiness out of it. So that
Delicious.
is that one. The other one though is also on the ground. It's annoyed at you, Alara, but like you're not the one who knocked it on the ground, so it's gonna actually go for Max, and it's gonna make a web strike at Max. So Max, can you make me a DC 16 dex save, please?
Yes, I can. Okay. DC 16 Dex save. I am so Dexy. Let's have a look. 10.
The chat really wants the spider's dead. Kiva
Spiders.
is.
Oh, hang on. No, wait. Hang on. I get advantage on dexterity saves.
You've danger sense. Kiva is actually mostly okay, Dave. She hasn't
That's
taken a
better,
lot of
16.
damage, but she's been knocked over a few times. Yeah, you save meets it beats it, so it doesn't manage to get that off. But what it can do is it can follow up with a bite, anyways. Just won't get advantage. So 12, which I believe misses.
Which misses, yeah.
Yeah. So that is its turn. So, buddy, it's now your turn.
Lovely stuff. I'm going to move where I can have a good look at the shed or the barn, wherever it is.
That's kind of like this is the actual farmhouse here. This long bit here. This is it's like an outbuilding. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a barn. This is probably more of the barn, but this is kind of like maybe a guest house or something. I'd say it's probably a better way to describe it.
I hope there's nobody upstairs. I'm going to cast on the tiefling. I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, okay, yeah. I think I have a thing for that.
So it's just this cylinder of bright kind of what I would describe as like nearly like first light of dawn just comes whooshing down all around her. That's it.
There we go. Yeah.
And it's a Constitution save
Okay, they're
or
not great at these.
8 radiant damage.
And if it's transformed into something, it'll change.
That's
well,
right.
I say, but it's not. So
Sadly, I have to hold this.
Yes.
you're good, Keen. You can drop it when like there, but that's cool. That is under the effects tab there in Roll20 for those of you guys. It's like the last thing. It's like a wand. You guys want to have a look at it. It is pretty cool. It's what one of the major things from Jump Gate. Yeah, it takes the full 8 damage as it's kind of blasted with this beam of moonlight, and it looks like it hurts.
Good.
And
And
it stay there as well, doesn't it? It's maintained.
yeah, it stays. It's concentration, and I can use it on. Now she doesn't technically take that damage until it's her turn.
Yeah, but she's going to start her turn there anyways in the next two, so it's grand.
How high are these walls, Carrick?
These ones,
These ones
they're like
here,
five, yeah, like average, like waist height wall. Like,
all right, I'm gonna move to here and crouch
I suppose
down.
the best way I can describe it is like they'd be similar to like a famine wall.
All right, I'll crouch down on me hunkers behind the wall.
You would
just for
assume
cover.
you would assume you're covered.
Lovely stuff. That's it.
Max, it's now your turn. This spider is trying to stick things to you and bite you. It's nasty.
I fucking hate spiders. I am going to fucking hit him with my battle axe.
Go.
I'm gonna make it reckless as well because I can. Because why not? 21.
21 hits.
Or
9.
9.
Plus 2,
9
huh?
damage. Plus 2. Yes,
So it's
plus 2.
11 damage. Yeah, solid hit, solid hit. So that's yeah, that is down to single digits.
It's pretty much all I can really do.
Right, that creature's now down to single digits. I might add the one on that's up here.
Hello, I can kill it this turn.
It looks
Yay!
really rough. Like you've kind of lopped off one of the with that strike. You kind of cut off one of its extra spider legs there, and it is screeching in pain. Zephyr is gonna go, and it's gonna be petty. I think it is, and it's not gonna target you guys. Yeah, no, it's not going to target you guys at all. It knows it's done, and it's going to be petty. So, as this level 3, yeah. As this tiefling is standing up above there, it's going to point out behind you guys, as a red orb streaks out. And this is what you're going to see. Those of you who are familiar with magic likely immediately recognize what this is as a explosion of fire charges off there behind. Well, maybe that's not great. Fireball. Yeah, bomb. An explosion of fire kind of cracks out here and it basically vaporizes the villagers behind you. I'd give them a save, but they all have 4 HP, so it doesn't really matter at all. So, and then the tiefling kind of looks back at you and kind of with a twisted grin goes, "That's on you." Makes direct eye contact with you, Arthur. So, that is it for the tiefling's turn. Actually, it's going to step out of the moonbeam because obviously, but yeah, that's it for its turn. Arthur,
How easily climbable is that wall?
it's about 15 feet up. Dave, they are looking a bit low, but like I feel like I don't want to jeopardize, you having to sleep on the couch. So do what you feel is best, Dave. Kate might kill you.
Just take the chair and roll him out the room.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna hit the weaver, but I'm gonna hit the tiefling instead.
Understandable. And I will say that explosion was loud, so fairly safe to say a lot of people heard that nearby.
Steady aim, so I get advantage. Oh, sorry.
That
sorry.
damage is good, so if you hit, this will be great.
Yeah.
Do you have an inspo you want to use?
Do I have an inspo that I want to use?
There's the pool. We have 2 in the pool, I believe.
Oh, the pool is gone because we replenished himself and
Okay, you do have an inspo.
I do have an spot. Fuck it, I'm gonna use it.
You just need a 13.
Yeah. Am I re-rolling both or just one?
Inspiration is a total reroll in my book, so you reroll both.
Yeah.
Hits, and how do you do this? Because you did 20 damage.
I'm gonna fire, and whispering to myself, I'm going to say in Infernal, I was going to try and let you live. As the arrow goes right through her skull.
Yep, just and there's like a sickening pop as it does. As pressure is relieved, and this tiefling kind of slumps. And Alara, I'm gonna be slightly mean here. Can I get a dex save as the body falls on top of you?
Start screaming now.
Yeah. It's on slated. It's on a slate roof. It's
Oh,
not high, is it?
4.
I was gonna say
Dear
don't roll
God.
one. It clips you. It clips you on the way down, but it doesn't knock you to the ground.
She's like, ah!
You are now covered in blood though, because the spraying blood just starts spraying up at you.
Red does not mix with green. It's not a flattering color.
Makes a bit of a browny color.
Ugh.
Yeah, Alara, it is now your turn.
We're running out of the way.
Just spraying
Jeez.
blood effect.
5, 10, 15,
That was
It's hard to aim it
20,
properly.
25, 30. She's just going over here. And
Run away. Oh, you let. And I get.
What?
Before
What?
you move there,
what?
they don't have Sentinel, so you will get your move off either way, but you do provoke an opportunity attack.
Ah, crap! I forgot. Yes. Okay. Fair.
It's gonna make attack with its hook flail. Which is the same as Sent. Oh, 18 hits.
It hits.
You're actually not going anywhere. Well, ideally, it's going to take 5 points of damage. You get about 10 feet away, and as it swings out with its flail, the hook kind of, the chain wraps around your leg, and the hook kind of catches and starts to dig in. Can you make me a
Then
strength check, please? And I'm going to make
saving
a
or just regular?
check.
Who made that attack?
The Weaver.
That the one that's next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Alara, you are grappled.
Can she use Mage Hand to slap him?
Yeah, I'll allow that as a free action. does not have no effect. You are pulled back.
Just
So
off.
So as
because
just one quick sec, I want to kind of narrate
Yeah,
how this
go.
looks, just to give you the vibe. As this kind of like nasty claw hook thing on the end of the chain digs into your like lower calf, its 4 arms just kind of dart out and start kind of wrapping you up like a spider. And there, as web starts to it's trying to web you up into like a cocoony thing.
But I like animals. Why are you doing this
This
to
is
me?
something else. Max, now you may describe what you're doing.
I can use my sentinel attack
Um,
to react to this and make a melee attack against that creature
you can.
because it attacked someone other than me, and I don't like that sort of thing. So I'm gonna do it.
Roll to hit. Just misses.
You really, really, really want to kill it. Have I got anything I can use?
A
What have I
boon
got
will
here?
guarantee a hit.
I've got boon.
One?
I'll use a boon. Why not? Yeah.
Yes, use up
Yeah,
all
I'll
your
use a
resources before you get to the top fight.
Yeah, damn straight. I'll use a boon, and if you say anything will hit, I won't bother rolling it. It's just
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
hit.
yeah, it will hit, yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. So yeah, but use a boon. Yay! I hit it. Crack.
Drop your damage
11 plus
How'd you do
2
this?
because rage. Flat
I'll
end
say
of
it has grabbed Alara, but like you can.
yeah, flat side of the battle axe. Crack, smash, splat against the wall or whatever's behind him. Just like a rolled up newspaper on a spider.
Flies water, yeah. So yeah, as you do that, Alara, I will say you can then make the rest of your movements, because kind of interrupts that. Like you are being pulled back and it's starting to try cocoon you, but like Max manages to swing at the right angle, kind of chops down through its legs and smacks it into the wall. It leaves a bit splatter mark.
She's on the ground from being grappled. She will.
You're not prone. You
No,
were just kind of grabbed.
No, but she would have been grabbed, like, by her
Yeah.
calf and kind of half down. She probably would have grabbed onto Max and just been like, "Thank you," and then just hobble off.
Yeah, Max, your axe is now covered in bug goo, and it's pretty gross. As fairy.
And so is Alara.
Alara, you are disgusting right now.
Ew.
It's probably actually more liquidy because I'm still channeling water here.
Yeah,
So
actually, I suppose. Yeah,
It's
you're
kind
right.
of-
Like water splashes everywhere. Alara, you're still kind of covered in. You're wet. You're gooey. You're bloody. It's nasty. You will need a prestidigitation or a bath after this. one or the other.
it's very moist around here.
Please stop saying that word.
I believe you didn't take your action yet, so you can now do that, Alara.
Oh God, I don't know if she wants to do anything. I don't know if she would have done anything.
I will say this Weaver is standing over Kiva menacingly, and it looks like it's going to try go for the kill. Now, outside
Okay,
of knowledge, Kiva
so-
is actually doing pretty good, but from that angle, it looks bad.
If she can see it, then that way she will
Yeah.
do a mind sliver on
Oh.
it.
Yeah, it's an intelligence saving throw. These guys
It
are not very smart.
is, yes.
They go flat, so it's an 11.
Ooh. Yeah, and it was a DC 13.
There's fireworks going off.
We're fancy. So I have to do a D6, and I've lost my D6. Where did it go? Roll a
Do
one.
you want?
Yeah, 1d6, please. For damage.
2.
Add 2.
Yep, but it does get the negative D4 to its attack rolls or saving throws, I believe. Or is it just... No, just saving throws.
Yes.
Attack rolls is the spell that I have as well. That's a 5th level. That's great. Synaptic Static.
So that's for her. Thank you.
Yep, that is it for your turn, which means it is now Kiva's turn. Kiva, you just can't, every time you get hit back, you get back up and get knocked down again. They're really trying to keep you down.
They're never going to keep me down. Never. Pop back up.
After movement,
Now
yep.
I wanted to ask a question because I've just noticed that my quarter staff and my spider staff have different plus to attack, and I thought the spider staff was the same.
Should be.
There's 3 in the difference, so I'm just gonna use my quarter staff for now. I think.
Yeah, that's no worries.
Because
I think
I've been
spy-
missing-
Yeah, they should be the
Like-
same.
Everything else is this.
Maybe proficiency hasn't been talked about in that or something in that regard, but yeah,
Maybe I'll get Dave to have a look at it later. I'm gonna use my quarter staff.
rolled it.
Come on. Please don't be a bloody 1. 2 1s. 11.
It does not hit, but if you have a boon.
I do, I think. Hold on. No, I have no boons.
Actually, I hate to be like this. You're poisoned, so you have disadvantage as well. So we
Oh,
need you to
crap.
reload. Hey, Shaq, welcome into the chat.
Okay, please don't be a 1 this time. I don't want to fall down again. Oh, my
it's a
god.
23. Unfortunately, 11 will miss. Like, it's just this. Maybe Kiva has a fear of spiders or something. I don't know, but it's just not going your way.
She does now.
Yeah, this
She's
thing,
just gonna-
as its name indicates, it's just weaving your strikes like naturally. It's very quick.
I'm just going to reach out and just punch and go, God's sake, get
Yeah,
really annoyed at it.
I will say, I'll be sound. You can use the 23 for your punch because.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
or
no, actually, take
25?
25. You know what? 8 bludgeoning. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's.
This thing is definitely more than bloodied at this stage.
And
So-
I'm wondering.
It is going to go again, though, and it is going to do its. If that is it for your turn,
Yeah, that's me. Yeah,
12 misses, I assume.
it does.
What would the boom make the difference?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, I'm not going to waste it then. Yeah, that's its turn. But what it is going to do. This is a free action it can do on its turn. It's going to web strike you.
No.
Can I get DC 16 deck save? I know you're a monk, so this probably means absolutely nothing, but it's going to try web
But I am rolling like rubbish.
you. You are.
15.
You.
Plus 1. I don't know what that one is
That's from a
from.
bless, but no, it's a 15. So unfortunately, you are webbed and you are restrained.
Yay. And
You need
oh,
to-
I didn't do the Constitution saving throw for the poison. Actually.
Yep. Actually, yeah. Give me that as well.
Oh my goodness.
Ay, it's not Kiva's day. 10.
And no, you're still poisoned. So you're poisoned and web.
poisoned.
You feel kind of like Frodo in the third Lord of the Rings movie when Sam has to go fight the spider. This is how you feel. And it looks like it's about to try. That's
Oh,
kind of
no.
the vibe you're getting.
No.
Its boss is dead, and now it's reverted to feral. It's trying to kill any. There.
I mean, if
Its boss and its mate are both dead, actually.
okay, please don't kill me.
So, Buddy, it is your turn.
Buddy stands back up, looks across the wall, and he will just the moonbeam starts slowly moving like a tractor beam across to the one in front of Kiva. He's just gonna clip him. Obviously not gonna get Kiva.
Yeah.
And let's see. So he'll have a minus D4, only 6. Oh my god.
Does do a decent chunk. Is that your action or is that your bonus action?
That's action. So
Okay.
DC 14, but then he's a minus D4, isn't he?
Does con as a +2 to these. 20 minus.
Oh.
I don't think unfortunately even with the -4 it's gonna still save there. I'll roll it just so that we know exactly what I got, but
Yeah.
Just
it's
so-
gonna be-
you got the best results you could have, but unfortunately even the worst results for him is still a save. So
Right.
it does save. I think with Moonbeam it takes half damage.
Yeah, 3 radiant.
Okay, so you do notice the creature starts to like shudder slightly as it hits, but something doesn't change.
Okay. And then in terms of movement, I want to, if I can, jump across that wall.
You can. Yep, I'll just say that as part of your movement. It's one classifies different. It's frame. It's only like up to 250. That's a
I
less
want
than 2 feet
to
wide.
kind of stand over Kiva. She's
Yep.
wrapped up in kind of web, isn't she?
Yeah, she's kind of like, so it's basically, it hasn't started the wrapping process yet when it's like 4 like extra appendages, but it is kind of like it has sprayed a bunch of web in Kiva's face and she's kind of stuck up, kind of.
Okay. If I can kind of stand in between them.
I will allow it, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my doing. Just want to double check. I may have.
Are you, now if you're positioned there, you might be clipped in your own moonbeam, just to let you know. You're in the corner.
That is a very good point. Yeah, so obviously I wouldn't do that. But what I will do is, so I've clipped him. Well,
I think Moonbeam is when you start your turn, so like it wouldn't damage you now, but
Yeah. No, but it wouldn't damage him either until the next one, technically. So I'll wait there. I'll keep an eye on what's happening.
okay, yeah. So you don't get in there, you kind of just, and it starts to freak out a bit, but it's fine for the most part. Yeah. Next would have been the thing, but it's dead. I think Max, it's your turn.
Fucking spiders. I'm going to run up and do a little jump. And I'm going to do a reckless attack to try to
Roll with advantage.
do something with this fucking thing. That's going to do fuck all.
Fuck all, yeah. I don't think you've been down. You can burn an inspiration if you want.
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I would recommend saving it because what I have later for you guys is we might not get to it tonight, but you might want inspos. So yeah, that is a
But
miss.
that's just fucking disappointing.
Arthur, you've just murdered their boss, and now they're trying to eat your friends.
They're trying to eat my colleagues.
Fair. No, I think that is justified. Actually,
That's fair. That's fair.
that is fair.
That is fair, yeah.
Honestly, he's more pissed off about the helpless villagers.
That would be understandable. They did.
He can't tax them
Murder.
anymore.
Yeah, I can't exploit them for money.
That fireball was nasty.
So he's going to steady aim, longbow, shoot the drider or the weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. Nice. that hits.
25.
You get your sneak attack as well. Your sneaky
Yeah.
fuck.
He's not really being sneaky. He's just standing and has not moved.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, it's really badly hurt right now.
I bet it has like 1 HP.
No comment.
Fuck's sake. Okay. Yeah, that's his go.
Yeah, Alara, it's your turn.
Actually, no, wait. I'm gonna shout. Technically, these do not count as people. They're not really sentient. And I'm trying to deceive Lara into killing it.
Deception check, please.
Yep.
Alara, I mean,
Never
like, I was
fucking
going
mind.
to say, Fred, do what you want after you see the result. Anyways, you set, like, you can set your DC, but I think, yeah, you know he's just trying to bullshit because he wants it dead.
I think she'll know that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Oh God, I think
You clicked it. It's dead.
no, no. Fuck. Oh, she's stuck. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
I mean, non-lethal damage is always an option.
Oh, I know.
But
Go
I
and
would
punch
say
her.
Mind Sliver wouldn't consider that a non-lethal spell personally.
No, because that would be the only thing she'd want to do. Because she knows she has no strength. Fuck it, she's just gonna do it again. See what happens.
The newspaper you could roll up and swat it with.
Or no, hold on. No, she's not gonna do any of that. She's going to go over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 behind Kiva. Are you still? You're not prone.
No, I'm
No.
just webbed up.
Webbed up.
Well, start.
Can I ungrapple?
You can spend your action
Pull
to
you free.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can. Yeah,
That's what I will do.
I'll allow that. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I will do. I'll just help pick you up, take you away from the web, and go, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that would catch you too.
It wasn't your web. But
Oh,
yeah,
was it
fair.
not? She
No.
might think it was hers.
Yeah, maybe. Like Kiva,
And then
Kiva
that's it.
when she hit the ground, rolled in your weapon or something like that. There, that's logical enough. Kiva, it is now your turn. As Alara protects her no kill streak.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna try and hit this guy again.
Please
Whether
do.
it will work or not is another question.
Disadvantage. Remember.
16? Oh crap, yeah.
Would have hit though.
Please don't get less than that. Ooh.
How do you do this?
Really angrily. So she's just going to keep smashing his head in with the staff because she's peed off that she's fallen over several times.
Yeah, just
And
bonk,
she's-
bonk, bonk, bonk,
Yeah.
and like as you're hitting, it's just like a
Yeah.
like it's
Don't
gross.
make me fall over.
Yeah, like there's no head left. You're just kind of smacking the next one at this point.
Sweet. And then I'll just turn around to Alara perfectly calmly afterwards and go, thanks for that.
Yeah, just there.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Okay. She's
What
going to
happened to
take
you?
a
You're
step
covered
back.
in blood.
Max squished. The human thing fell off the. No, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you're right by the wash basket. You could wash it right there. It's handy.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go clean.
Need 2 seconds just to change the song.
And Archer just walks by completely undamaged, dirty, has barely moved this entire fight.
Hmm.
So do we want to, search some bodies, make sure everything's okay? We did fail at the big thing, which is saving the defenseless villagers, which is nice.
We did save
buddy.
the animals.
Yes. The animals in the farm. Now, I may not know much about country life, but I'm pretty sure they're all going to die pretty soon anyway.
Not if
Well-
we get someone to take care of them. I mean,
Sheesh.
the cafe is
Well,
just
no.
over there. Won't they help mind them?
Well, no, the cafe that's their bacon. Like, I know that. I'm not completely clueless.
What? And we're gonna turn to Buddy and go, you know people that would help, right?
Yeah, there's. I could ask around in the village for sure. I mean, it is. Fortunately, it is a farm. I love animals and stuff like that, but we know why the animals are here.
Blah, 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 blah,
I
blah,
know
blah,
that,
blah.
but
But,
at the same time, I don't want them to starve and be uncared for and all that kind of stuff. Like, we can't just.
No, we can talk. I'll talk. Maybe Dervin hasn't been up to much lately. I'll have a chat with him and
Devon's unemployed right now,
yeah.
There you go.
and that is also his partner was just incinerated.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'll have I think Dervin might have Dervin, is it? Might have a vested interest that it might help him get on this straight and narrow, actually. Straighten up a bit, you know?
Can't find
Yeah,
a good song for
so
this. I
we
need to go
can-
through tabletop audio better and find
What
some
the
music.
Oh, yeah, just Buddy's in shock. He's like, yeah, I'll chat to Dervin. What are have you guys I haven't seen things like this around here before.
Neither have we. And Kiva's gonna just kind of start looking at the
Um,
one on the ground, trying to like avoid where she smashed its head to a pulp, but look where the legs are coming out and all that kind of stuff.
We
Yeah,
did
so
see something
like,
kind of turn into a bird man. Salmon was kind of turned into like had
Birdman,
wings and
yeah.
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
like wings and weird beastly talons, like that look like bear's
yeah,
feet nearly.
yeah.
Mm.
Is this like? It's just a bit strange. You guys come into town, ask about a cult, and then weird shit starts happening that never happened before. Is it? I'm not suspicious of you guys particularly, but
Yes, he is.
Okay.
is
It
that
sounds like you
I
are.
would be.
is
I would
that?
be.
Do you? Okay, all cards on the table. Okay. Novus is pretty much fucked. Uh, a cult came in, and then also some Inquisitors people. The cult started fighting people. Then the Inquisitors started fighting the cult. They killed everyone. Not
Not
great. You'll
everyone. Not everyone.
A
a
lot
lot.
of people.
You will see probably refugees coming in like a day or two. We kind of got ahead of the wave. Um, but yeah, it seems to be this kind of cult that is spread through idea and thoughts, um, which is not good because we could slowly be being indoctrinated as we speak just because we know about the cult.
Can I get a wisdom save, please? As you say
Oh
that.
shit, yeah. As I've just walked into something,
As you thought too hard.
yeah.
Did that hurt?
Yeah, Freya, that's perfectly fine if you want to do that. Okay, you seem fine for now.
Mm.
Hey,
Um,
That's not a you see. That's a you pass the save. You seem fine. I'm going to be completely
Okay.
objective with this. You're fine right now.
right now, but
Yeah.
yes, that's
buddy goes a
I
little
lost my
bit
frame of thought
paler.
there. Sorry.
Yeah,
I lost my
I don't
carriage of
blame
thought.
you. It's a strange, it's a worrying thing, and I'd say for the first time in about 7 to 8 months, this is the closest that Buddy has been to completely sober. Um, what this tiefling character is she's a stranger as well.
Um, yeah, complete. Like you don't recognize her from the valley. In that regard.
All right, go
Now
on,
you do know that there is a monastery, and it's fairly well known up to the north of the valley, or sorry, not the north, the furthest west part of the valley. I'm just going to drag us out onto the valley map here for now. I didn't actually.
Did anyone search the body of the tiefling or
Um,
the
just gonna
No.
ask if I could look for any things with symbols or letters or anything like that, or like not letters, but like written letters or
Okay.
symbols, unusual symbols on jewelry or anything like that.
You
I'm
can
doing the
indeed.
same with this
I will
see
weaver.
if she's got any
I will
got
take
any ID
investigation
or
checks
cash
from
or
all of you. Anyone who's searching anything, give me an investigation check and just let me know the results.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have
Investigation.
8.
Wow, I have a 3.
I find grass.
20 unnatural.
Yeah, Kiva, you find when you're searching the Weaver. I'm gonna say realistically, I probably should have asked for a medicine check, but you know it's fine. You find that when you're looking, you're seeing where the legs and the legs have kind of broken out.
Mm,
It doesn't look natural.
okay.
It doesn't look like they've been. It looks like they've almost been. They've almost burst out at odd angles. They're not coming out like they don't. They haven't naturally evolved to be like this.
Okay. And is there anything on their person or anything that's marked like that? Like
There's
what he was
tattoos.
saying.
There is markings and tattoos, kind of like that they're identical. If you check both bodies, seem to be
Okay.
sigils of sorts.
Okay.
You don't speak the language that'll be required to understand what they mean. I don't believe, unless you speak Abyssal.
No.
No.
Hmm. Okay.
So just to
But
kind of
she's
come
just
back.
trying to
So-
she's going to try and keep a little memory of what she saw on their bodies.
Yeah,
there.
if you want to even like,
Excuse
if
me,
you want to take
tattoos.
out your journal or something, like and kind of like draw some of the sigils, you can.
Doodle.
That's perfectly fine.
Cool.
Your dex, you've a high enough dex that I'd be like, yeah, you could probably get a good enough. So just to kind of highlight here, buddy, you'd be familiar with the Cultist Library, which is a monastery up on the kind of like the plateau in the
Oh,
valley.
yeah.
Up here, I don't know if it's anything or not. My roll 20 is acting up a bit. It is directly to the north of Vortman's Hollow, which is, as the party will know, you won't, an area that is heavily rumored to be like the cult central. There, the Carthus Library is home to the Stone Mind monks. They're like protectors of history. Kind of, they keep old history tomes and the lights there, and they're very much kind of their pride is making sure that it's all kind of kept and remembered. They keep like forgotten histories. So anything that, for example, like written by the victor ship doesn't really fly for them.
Okay.
There. You wouldn't know this yet. Now, if you mention this to the party, they may be able to fill you in. But what was his name? Sorry, there. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm just trying to find the letter.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm just gonna say, like, so if there's
Arden the Swift is one of their high monks as well. You'd be aware of him. You've met him on a number of occasions. Arden, Arden. You've met him on occasion.
Okay.
For the most part, they seems to be well mannered. They're harmless people. Like most of them quite a lot of them have taken vows of silence. They're in that regard, so they don't really speak to outsiders. But Arden would have been the kind of the not necessarily the leader of the monastery because they don't have one per se, but he'd be like for those of you who played Skyrim, he's like Esgar or something like that. They're the guy that speaks to you with the greybeards, but the rest don't. He'd be kind of like that. He will actually be the kind of mouthpiece for a lot of the members of the.
Okay.
Thing.
The first thing I'll do is I'll say you're talking about refugees. So, and other places have been destroyed or taken over, or both.
Well, no, Novus was more, decimated, I believe the word would be.
Okay. Coming from the south of sunsgrace. Well, I think I need to let the elders in my own village know, and this is bizarre stuff. That's beyond my knowledge, to be honest.
Well, the one thing we'll say is they're already here. If the spider people and that tiefling, they may be a vanguard, or they may be the start of something big. This town might already be gone.
Well, the people here are just ordinary people. If that's the case, I have to. They need to move out of here to get ahead. Vertorn hasn't been, as far as you know. Vertorn is okay.
Really
I have not heard anything of Vertorn.
It's like the city. It's the only thing that could pass for like a city. It's really a large town and the thing. But yeah, to your knowledge,
we haven't heard anything.
No, it hasn't even really been mentioned to you by others as a potential threat. Like the only thing we've really heard about was Vortman's Hollow, and nobody's mentioned Crater's Edge to you either, which is the other large town in like the south of the valley. There in that regard, Crater's Edge is strange enough place though. People kind of tend not to go there.
Okay.
People live there, but it's kind of like the more. It's not the most secluded part of the valley in that sense, but it's kind of like the most isolated town. They don't really like outsiders.
So Mayo.
Yeah.
I don't know why I gave a dig to Mayo, but
Paddy takes shots at Mullingar every 5 minutes, so and it's deserved. So I work there.
Mullingar is a lot nicer than it used to be. Let me see. So I will. What I'll say then is not to babble on too much myself, but I'll just say I want to bury my fellow villagers first, and then I need to talk to the village people. And with this stuff, this is strange, and unless you guys are holding back more knowledge, we need to either get to a place where there's people with more intelligence and more knowledge than us. And I'm simple man, but I can tell from what you're saying and from what I've seen here that this is not good. And if you've got refugees on the road, it's only a sign of worse things to come.
With this, kind of during this conversation, Arthur, you're going to feel like a faint, like, tingling in the back of your head. You're familiar with it. And you hear, hello, Arthur. Arthur, it's me, Tharkin.
Oh, sorry, 2 seconds there, guys. I need to talk to something in my head. Yes, Tharkin.
No, he hasn't finished sending his first message yet.
Oh.
So,
Sorry.
Tharkin, I am just speaking to inform you, the last of the refugees have left. We will be leaving in the next number of days ourselves. We'll be heading further north to Verthorn. 1 second, I'll send another. And then another sending spell comes in. If you find any more information, send us a letter to the Red and Green Scale Inn. You can reply.
Okay. Cult presence found in Sunsgrace.
Are you sure? Okay, I'm going to give you a second here.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to say that to them? Given what they did to Novus. I feel like Arthur,
Yeah.
I feel like you I'm going to allow you to pull that back.
Yeah, let me actually think about it for a second. Nothing major found just yet. Let us know if you found any cult presence on the road.
Yeah, Freddie, right there it is. No, I just feel like you know yourself that alerting them to a cult presence might potentially be disastrous for the people of Sunsgrace.
Yeah, in Archer's head, he's already kind of writing them off because there was nothing they could do in Novus, and he still hasn't figured out what he can do here.
Yeah. So you'll hear a response. There again, like it's kind of a sigh, and be like, right. Well, we set out in probably about 4 hours or so. We'll pass through Sunsgrace briefly. We won't stay the night, though we'll continue traveling on. Let us know where you're staying, and if you're there, we will meet for a chat, and that's it. You don't feel like the response is left open. Well, it is, but like he doesn't.
Yeah,
you need to reply.
Okay, so Tharkin was talking to me. He is going to be in Sunsgrace soon. We are not staying the night. They do want to chat. Now, buddy, Tharkin, these are what kind of inquisitors were they again?
Ravenite paladins, which are paladins of the Raven Queen. Generally,
these were
generally not what. Yeah, generally they are inquisitors. That's his Inquisitor Tharkins.
Okay.
Is full role. Generally not the church you would expect to be dealing with like demons and cults, but
yeah,
they're also like. Actually, buddy, once he mentions Tharkin, you actually would probably recognize the name. Tharkin's a half elf. From the nearest city of Kresgar. It's the nearest full city. It's just outside the other side of the Aegis Woods.
Okay.
Tharkin in the past has come through the valley when there's been outbreaks of undead and has generally laid waste to anyone who stands in his way. He is ruthless. He is very good at what he does. And he has a reputation in the larger cities in the valley for being a murderer in sorts. Like people view him very poorly, but nobody's really brave enough to say anything because Temple of the Raven Queen, if they show up, they're either hunting undead, which you might be fine, or the temple is called a death order, in which case heretics need to be purged. And when they say purged, it's to everyone that's potentially a threat.
Warhammer.
Essentially it's exterminatus.
And
they've actually, there's a town that is known, the entire town of Anselm's Rest was briefly home to a lich before your time now. It's probably about 200 years ago, and that entire town was. It's obviously the structure still stands, but every living creature in it was erased with a magic circle.
Buddy's face will darken a little bit. He'll start digging a grave for the things, and he will say, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely need to talk to my village and tell them and the people in the area to get moving, especially if things are so bad they've sent him in.
Do you think they'll believe you?
They would have maybe a year ago. I might need some help in convincing them at this stage, but
see, the problem is you cannot tell who the cult is and who is not. It is spread like a disease of the mind. It's everyone in your village could already be, or half your village could already be members of this cult, and you would not know.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tricky one.
Has anybody been acting strangely?
Well, I mean, I've been acting. People would say I've been acting strangely in the last 7 months. I mean, people have gone missing. I haven't been in really much of a mind to see if people have been acting strangely.
Approximately
How long have people been going missing for?
Approximately 7 people have gone missing from the village in the last, I'd say, 3 months.
Was that the same pattern that we saw in Novus, that people went missing, and then more people went missing, and then
some people were missing and then showing back up.
Okay. Oh, it was the showing.
I would say I don't think I covered this in part of the session, but Garsh would have went missing who was the guy who hired you after he sent off that notice to request help. He went missing for about, I'd say, about 3 weeks. People just assumed he was hunting in the woods out a bit longer than he normally does, because he's one of the very few people that'll brave the Aegis woods because they're full of monsters. And when he came back, he was acting a bit different, but still maintaining that he's getting help.
Okay.
To investigate this new presence and disappearances. But now, obviously, you know he was actually, he's the one who started the trouble in the village in the first place.
We could always just ask them if they're in the cult.
They legally have to say yes.
Tell us.
Yeah.
They're like vegans.
Are you a police? You legally have to tell me.
The pattern in Novus was that they came back.
They seem to like telling people, they like to parade themselves a little bit.
I will say, people, they tend to generally start, as that is how this mind virus kind of spreads, is they start to spread words. Yeah. And then usually when it culminates, start to scream about it, and they get very violent, very zealot. For those of you who played Resident Evil 4, they kind of turn it. The village kind of ends up a bit like that. Like they're all preaching about how great their saviors are, and so on and so forth. And people who disagree are either put to the stake or, dragged off and not seen for weeks on end, and usually come back preaching the same.
Buddy, I would like you to take me to your village elders, council, man with biggest stick. We will. I have.
Wait! Did you say stick or
stick? I did say stick.
Okay. The accent made it sound a bit.
Sorry. Man with biggest stick.
That is Buddy. That actually is Buddy. He is the great glove. Definitely is the biggest stick.
Sorry, I don't understand this. How people in the country do, governance and
mayor. Well, there's an elder, but it's elected.
Yeah, we pick the smartest people. That's what we do. Not like in cities where people with money buy their way into office.
That seems like a very stupid way of doing things. You vote.
Well, the city's ruled by the Council of Magi, which are technically voted in, but they're the strongest mages, and then the king, who is lineal.
A king who's picked by the gods and all his wealthy backers. That's the way you rule a good country. Okay. Anyways,
a king wasn't picked by God; he picked by war. This is medieval times. Let's be real here. He murdered his way. His ancestors murdered their way to the throne.
Buddy just says, you have a lot to learn, young fella. But listen, I will take you to the elders. But well, first, I'm assuming you want to have the same kind of chat I want to have with them.
Yes, and I have a possible plan so that they all don't die.
Well, I mean, how can I refuse that? There's no way I'm going to say no to that. Listen, grab a shovel there and help me bury these boys, and we'll get on the way.
Okay, while you guys are doing the burying, I am going to take our 15 here. I probably should have taken it a bit
Perfect.
earlier, but the combat ran a bit long. So we'll be back in a few minutes. I don't know how long the stream will go on after that. Could be a bit shorter, like the last session there. Just depends on who's able to stay on. But we'll be back to you now in a few minutes, guys. Not 15, 10, 5, 10, not 15. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for taking the break. Freya there just had to dip out. Unfortunately, wasn't able to stay for the next hour. But we're going to continue on there for a bit. It'll just be nothing major, anyways. No more combat, so Alara won't get a chance to kill anybody. Picking up where we left off. I'm just going to say some time has passed, maybe about an hour. You managed to make a grave for the bodies. Watch your hey buddy. Sorry, I forgot your name for a second. So you managed to make that grave and the likes there, and you kind of made your way to the schoolhouse. Now, buddy, being from the area, you'd be aware that on the weekends the council of the town do use the schoolhouse as sort of a meeting ground, and the council elder will be using the principal's office. He actually is the principal of the school as well. There during the weekend to kind of hold audiences with members of the community there in that regard. So that would be your best bet to meet him. So once again, I'd like to say thanks to Chain Peku for their amazing maps there. Their Patreon link does occasionally pop up in chat. Do check them out. I pay £1 a month for that, and I get access to a lot of maps, and they are really good quality, as you can see there. So very cool stuff there with their nice kind of unique art style. I think most of them are hand drawn. So with that, I'm going to drag you guys all out onto this map. Can you guys see? I didn't do dynamic lighting on this because I just threw it together as we were kind of.
Yeah, no, I can see.
I cannot select the token though.
You should be able to. Let's check here.
I'll just refresh.
Could be your settings. No, it's done as a generic token. It said, buddy, I didn't save. How's she? No, hair. Why would that be? What has happened? Hello?
You alright?
Yep.
I think my computer just cropped itself.
Your watch just
Briefly.
cropped itself?
The computer.
Give
me a second.
Well, you're still
guys.
here.
No, yeah, my tab just tabs just Roll20 just crashed for whatever reason. Give me one
I
second,
can
okay?
actually move Buddy on EC if you want.
I can move now. I just refreshed.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Okay.
No, I fixed it, and then I tried to do a thing with your token to give your health bar and everything above your head, and it just crashed.
Okay.
Cool.
Don't worry about it.
I accidentally clicked hair, and it didn't like that.
Yeah, hopefully I won't need a hit point bar.
No, no. Well, no,
in the
it
school.
depends on your chat with the elder now. Like,
Yeah.
he's probably not Buddy's biggest fan at the moment.
Righto. Well, they normally hang around. This is a handy way in here, guys. Just through the fence.
I will be 2 minutes before I get back into the game, but feel free to role play as you're going in. It'll take you a
Should we
minute.
not go in the front door, Buddy?
We'll surprise them. It's
You're
Back
gonna be
door's
giving
always
them-
more fun, though.
Okay, we have a local. He is the guide. We do what the
Okay.
locals do.
The oddity of coming in
Sunsgrace.
a side door might impress upon them the severity of the situation.
When in Somerton or wherever it is we are.
Yeah.
Sunsgrace. Somerton is the first town in a different planet.
Oh yes.
What's the big city, like
Mivalarin?
the Rome of this place, of this world?
Of this country is Wyvern.
When in Washington,
Yeah.
do as
come
the
on.
Bless you.
But you're like, I've never fucking been to Wyvern. That's fucking miles away. Who the fuck goes to Wyvern from this place? Only fucking posh cunts.
Buddy doesn't know where they are, so he said, "Right, well, look at jump in, guys, because just to be on the," and he goes a bit quieter, just between. Well, look, I just haven't been at my best the last few months, so they might not necessarily believe me. So just feel free to impress upon them the situation. And he,
You look quite shocked before we've even gone in.
As you guys are kind of standing at the door, you hear there's a couple talking to the elder whose name is check. I thought I had it in my head. Garvin, not to be confused with Davrin. They are related though. Garvin is also he's an old dwarf that shaves his beard off because he thinks it makes him look more intelligent. So Garvin is kind of hunched over the desk, and there's a couple speaking. They're like, "Look, Elder, we're not asking for much there. We're just asking you to write a letter to Verthorn to get the guards out to have a look. Like, our son's been gone for 3 weeks now at this stage. Like, we've sent we've looked ourselves. We've checked the woods. We found nothing. Now we know obviously, look, in this valley, if somebody goes missing more than 24 hours, they're probably dead, but we need the closure, like. And you hear Garvin being like, well, like, it's an awful long way to send a letter, and like, you know yourself, like, things are happening on the roads, like the fucking kobolds and the bandits everywhere. It's not safe to be sending the postman all the way up there. Like,
sorry.
I knock on the door.
Just 1 minute. I'm still dealing with another query. I'll be with you momentarily. But like, you just have to understand. Like, I like your boy. I taught him myself, but like, he's after wandering into Jaegers Woods or something. Like, there's not much to be done. Like, it's been 3 weeks. The body's not been found. You know yourself. There's dragons in these parts. You know what's probably happened to him. He's probably fucking picked a fight with a bear, or like, like gone up and poked the dragon with a stick. The kids are want to do, and like, there's not much can be done, lads. Like, I'm really sorry for your loss. I really am. I'll pay for the funeral myself, but my hands are tied. And there's a bit of shouting and screaming, him like calling obscenities and stuff. I'm not going to repeat on stream because I don't want to get demonetized more than I already probably have at this stage. But then the father kind of walks out first, and he's red in the face, and he looks like he's about to kind of snap. Arthur, you just get shoulder barged or checked out of the way, and he kind of makes his way out the door.
I'll call his name if I know it.
It is Emmett.
Emmett.
Oh fuck! What do you want, buddy?
Listen, Emmett. I know I haven't been the best lately, and
fucking smashed me windows up last week.
I'm sorry about that. But
should be.
It's summer, isn't it? So you won't be too cold. But the thing is, Emmett, I did hear what's going on, and as out of it as I've been, I know there's things happening, and I seen some things today. I want. I know he's a decent man, so I'd like you to hold on. There might be something of interest you might want to hear. Now, whether it saves your son or the rest of your family is yet to be seen.
I'll tell the missus and we'll hang on. Yeah, fair enough.
Don't leave. Hold on and listen to what's been said.
Right, and then his missus, who you know his name is Neve, walks out the door, and she kind of has heard what you've said at this stage, and she kind of stands by him at the door. And then Garvin, which is just, fancy dwarven way of saying Gavin, sticks his head out the door and he's like, right, so they're all standing here, so what do you want, you old lush?
What?
Archer's just giving Buddy a look that, like, you really fucked this up for me. This could go really bad. You are the village elder, yes?
That'd be me. I'm the headmaster. I kind of run the town.
Have you heard what has happened in Novus yet?
Sorry, do you mind repeating that? Sorry, I reopened Twitch and the volume came on.
Have you heard what has happened to Novus yet?
I've seen smoke on the horizon, so I have a fair idea. Nobody's arrived yet. Guessing that's you folk.
We are slightly ahead of the refugees. You're about to have inquisitors coming into this town as well.
Please tell me
just
it's
so
not
you know.
Tharkin.
It is Tharkin.
Ah, fuck.
I'm going to tell you what is happening to the best of my knowledge, and how to make sure you do not become a second Novus, to the best of my knowledge.
And
you will not like the information.
Exactly there. I, as I said, I saw smoke on the horizon. I assumed some fucking gobshites after lighting the tavern on fire, and it spread.
Half the people of the town were infected with some kind of virus, something that made them worship a cult.
Right.
Some of them went missing, then came back. When they came back, they started preaching and talking about this cult, spreading the disease.
Right.
And like any disease, if you believe someone has it, you should quarantine them, correct?
That's a solid point.
Now, what is after happening in your small town?
Like, there's a few people gone missing there, but like, it's the Warzone
Just like Novus.
Yeah, but like one can't may not be to do with the other, as I'm sure you've overheard. Like, there's fucking dragons in these parts. People go missing all
You've
the time.
already-
People wander out after cattle that got lost. They get fucking ate and stuff. You know, people pick fights with kobolds and end up with a rake of them back up at their house, smashing their windows.
We
in.
have already seen members of the cult in the town.
It's not what that big ruckus was earlier.
We dispatched them, sadly not before they killed some of your residents. Buddy can say who. I'm sorry, I did not know who they were.
Yeah, it would have been Illan, which is the man. Illan spelled as like an Illan type. The Davern's wife, which is Freya. Funny enough, I use the name generator, guys. And then Illan's partner, whose name is. Where's it gone? Sorry, there, guys. Jill. We'll just go Jill. Basic name.
Yeah.
Can I insight the headmaster some of the stuff he was saying beforehand? Just like Buddy, he hasn't said it yet, but he did hear some rumors about. If I'm wrong now, Carrie, correct me if I'm right. Is this the elder that Buddy would have heard rumors about him having gone missing for a bit?
Elder's gone missing. Let me just check my notes here real quick. Did I say the elder? I might have.
That would have been really good to know.
But he wouldn't have been fully in a position to recall all these things over the last few months.
No.
Yeah, actually, the elder did vanish for about a week there.
So he's gonna insight check what he's saying to see if there's some ulterior motive.
So what I'd say is he vanished for about a week, but he came back with the story that he was just heading up to Verthorn to kind of speak with the mayor of Verthorn briefly.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we should recall what we said then.
I would say I'm gonna say we're gonna run with that as is, because that is it is information I did give to Buddy that I forgot myself, but I think at this stage we've done a bit enough. I think we should run it. Insight, yeah, something seems a bit off, Buddy.
Yeah,
he seems oddly calm about all this knowledge.
With that impression and what I know and what I've recollected through my drunken haze, I will just say, well, I will turn to himself here beside me, and I'll just say, not too quietly, but I'll just say, there was word that, I'll lean into him and say, there was word this fellow was missing. He seems very relaxed as well.
What?
You've not told me that
Speak
before.
Up. My ears aren't as young as they used to be.
I didn't really fully remember it. And he points to the...
You put me in a very awkward position here, buddy. Okay.
What are you doing? What do you mean awkward position?
Okay. Mr. Elder.
Gavin.
Gavin, yes.
It's Gavin. Gavin's a human name. Gavern.
Where?
Like the metal.
Did you go missing recently?
No, I went to Verthorn.
Did anyone else know you had gone to Verthorn?
I told a few to folk.
Did you bring home any of the rock?
What'd you say?
I'm going to look to the couple and say, did you know he was gone?
No, he kind of just up and vanished one of the days. We came here to check the school and it was closed. We thought, a week off maybe. There in that regard, he didn't open. None of the teachers knew where he was.
Okay,
Is he married?
Do you know where my boy is? And he's gonna starting to square up a bit. He hasn't been seen since you were last here, since you left.
I think.
Have you joined the cult?
The fuck are you,
Mr. Elder?
Right, the fuck are you talking about, big fella with your big axe?
Have you joined the cult?
This is a school.
Because I think the cult's the best thing in the world. What do you think about the cult?
I don't know any fucking cult.
Why don't we have this conversation inside your office there for a second?
Oh, I don't feel like going into a closed space with you lot. These are threatening me.
No, just me. And you know what? I'll give my weapons to Max here. Just have a conversation.
Oh yeah, sure. Give the big fucker more stabby yokes. Yeah, that makes sense.
He
so
won't
what's
be able to
is-
use them all. You know, too much things in his hand. Just me and you.
He could come through that door.
Or the
He
window.
should-
Gavin.
Look,
Gavin,
What?
you've known me for years.
I've known you to be a troublemaker.
Not all the time. Now, listen,
Even when you were helping out there now, you were always a bit uppity there. You only cared about your wife and your daughter, and all you talk about is that when you're making us feel lonely. Now they fucked off and left you. This is what this is about. You're trying to make a fucking martyr out of me.
a martyr for what? You talking about?
But you just fucking, what's the saying?
This
he
man.
he is getting clearly flustered with your previous insight check there, buddy.
You're-
You've caught him on something.
Right, I'll give a little wink to my colleagues here, and then what I'll do is I'll sidle up here beside Emmett. I'm not going to leave this door free access door, and I'll say to him, hey, "Is the town? Is there like a council or anything in the village, Gary, or is it just one elder and that's it?"
Sorry, I was muted there. There's
Alright.
the elder, and then a few of the people that run the more important businesses. So Kaelin from the bakery will be on it. You'd have Ivar Hammerhand, which is he's the blacksmith who actually has a hammer for a hand.
Andy.
It is, yeah. Well, no, not handy. You have your names aren't coming to me there. My obsidian
that's
isn't
okay.
loading there, but
Yeah.
there are a few that will be a council of sorts.
I'll ask Emmett to round them up, to bring them to.
Well, they won't be too happy to be disturbed during the day, but I'll get on it there, buddy. Don't let
Yeah,
this
don't
fucker
bring-
leave. He
Don't
knows
bring them
something.
in here. Bring them into the the classroom there, or
Yeah.
the front hall, and just tell them it's important.
Yeah, him and his wife will kind of make off.
Go.
To go find
And,
out.
I'll nod to Sorry, I'm getting bad with the names. I'll nod to Arthur and just let him continue.
Yeah, so he'll step back into his office. He's
Okay. I locked the door on him.
oh yeah, fuck. And, wait, no, how are you locking the door? Because the key'd be on the inside.
Wait, before I lock the door, is that
If
a
you want
window?
to slide, if you want, what is what a window?
Is
Yeah,
that a
is
window?
There is a window. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
How are you going to lock the door? Because he's in you don't.
I was
have to
actually-
keep-
actually,
it'd be a
yeah.
turn. It'd be one of those locks that have a fixed turning thing on the inside. There's no actual key.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you could if you had a screwdriver, you could probably turn it on the outside, and that's how they lock it from the outside usually. So kids
What
come in,
type of-
like,
What type of window is it back there? Did I get a good look of it?
sash? Your standard sash window. You can pull it up, pull it down.
Okay, so yeah, he just get in and out. So actually,
100%
yeah.
in and out, yeah.
Okay.
And it backs onto the woods that are kind of in this area. So if you got out there, you could probably very easily disappear.
Okay. Mr. Elder,
So we're
If
gonna
you are
retcon
not
locking
the
the
member-
door.
I don't lock the door now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are not a member of this cult, if you are not what I assume you are now, you're going to want to defend yourself very well.
Okay.
You're going to want to help us in our investigation.
You're investigating a fucking rumor.
I'm investigating the fucking rumor, and with one word, I tell Tharkin that this place is full of cults.
And you'd be
And this
wrong. He'll
town
execute you
burns.
for it.
For some reason, he believes what I say. So, you're going to help us by not being a problem and letting us investigate. If you are a member of the cult, I will say, the longer you keep up this charade, the better for you. You keep up this charade of being a little man who doesn't know what's going on.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 11.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, this is gonna hurt. Probably.
I'm gonna call it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna call in before anything happens. I'm just gonna call into the room. Arthur, ask him. if for a pamphlet. Because if he's in the cult, he's got to give you a pamphlet. It's the law.
I assume I get shot as Max says this to me.
I'm trying to find the exact spell. Give me 2 seconds here.
Kill the teacher.
You might have to.
All my childhood dreams come true.
Try not to kill the culty people because you know what? Most of them are probably not actually evil, just brainwashed.
Looks like supernatural. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
So as you actually, it won't be Blade Barrier. No, sorry, it's Blade or Shadow Blade. That's it. Yeah. So as you kind of press him, he kind of grips this kind of medallion he's been holding for the last number of minutes, and as he does, he's going to say, "My lord's wrath will be permanent," or some stupid shit like that. He's kind of flustered there, and he's going to slash out at you with a sliver of shadow. And you're gonna spell attack roll. He's not a caster, so I'm just making a flat d20. Oh
no!
Oh god, hell.
No.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Been nice knowing you.
Narrative dice.
Yeah.
Gotta
Sorry,
love 'em.
Ian. I am so sorry. That's a nasty one. Now, I'm not going to run the instant death rule here because he's not trying to kill.
Yeah.
So
Isn't instant kill anyway? It's double your health.
oh, double, yeah. So yeah, you're knocked.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of lashes out as he casts a shadow blade, kind of forms out from this, and he just stabs you through the gut. A double dagger straight through. And if the door's shut behind you, well and good, but you guys hear this as this blade of darkness kind of just erupts from your back, Kane, and just out the other side.
Oh, that really fucking hurt. Ow.
Oh, you're unconscious. You're like
Okay,
fainted
then I
immediately.
don't say something in a way that.
But you
can
probably let out a
even weird.
scream. I will say you probably didn't
Yeah.
do that. Again, no time to let out a scream as he just withdraws it. And
Run to the door.
I'm gonna run this way.
go for it.
I'll be with.
As you're making your way to
Yeah,
the door,
but,
like it is, you
no,
can get through the door, isn't locked, but he is trying to get out
Eva.
the window as you kind of get there, and Arthur is bleeding out on the ground.
She's gonna very coolly parkour over the
Yep, just give
table
me a
and
dex
try
check,
and
not on one.
smack him. Oh god, my rolls have been so bad though.
Well, you just say that when you say coolly parkour, I have to ask.
Dex, there we go.
If you do something
That's-
extra instead of just using your movement to go
Well,
around,
10.
you're fine. You get over it. Roll to hit. I will say you
Thank you.
probably don't have much room to swing a staff in here. It's a fairly cramped office, so up to you whether you. try that
Can
or
I
not.
do two?
You can do two
unarmed
unarmed strike.
strikes?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
pop them. Yeah.
I will pop. First
yeah,
pop.
you
20.
Yeah, you 2-foot them as you come out through the door. Yeah.
Nice. 5 points of damage, and
And are
then
you trying to kill him or knock him out?
knock him out.
Okay, yeah. So you
21.
kind of like as you're running, you kind of plant both your palms on the desk, push yourself up, and kind of swing through with a kick. And you just kind of catch him on the jaw. He smashes out through the window, and he's like lying there in the pool of glass, unconscious.
He's
Blood
unconscious.
is starting to pool out of Arthur's wound. Arthur, can I get that save for you, please?
Yeah.
Has anybody got?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
sort of kneel down.
Pass. Yeah, if you want to stabilize him, can I get a medicine check there?
I was gonna.
I'll give it. If you have a healing
See.
potion, that works immediately.
Yeah, no, I was gonna maybe just search him, see if he's got any healing potions, because I've got fuck all.
Arthur, do you have healing potions?
Don't think I do. Let me just
There's
double
no
check.
poison?
I'm
Probably
going.
something we should get.
I've got a healer's kit, so I can
If Buddy wants to
stabilize.
do
Yeah.
that, you can. Yeah, I'll allow you to do that. You're out of combat, so I'll allow you to do it. It's like just a natural
Yeah,
stabilization.
I've
without
come
check.
back in through the window.
Oh yeah, no,
there,
never mind. I
you know.
do actually have 2 healing potions.
Whichever you want to do.
I'll use the healer's kit just because it just feels I wouldn't rob him.
Yeah.
And
I'm not robbing him. I'm helping him with his own stuff.
yeah, sorry.
Can I grab the old fella and pull him back into the
You
room?
can. Yeah, he's knocked out cold.
I'm gonna start
I'm
looking.
gonna- I'm
This
gonna
is gonna
slap
sound
Arthur around
weird.
the face, tell him
I'm
to
gonna
wake
try-
up.
Tie him up.
I'm
Let
gonna
him
yeah,
know
I'm gonna
after
start looking at his body, which is gonna sound odd, but just to see if there's any like weird markings, like if he's been like branded or magically tattooed in some way that has him under the power of the cult, and then tying him to a chair at the
Yeah,
same time.
if you start searching him, you don't find any more markings. If you, let's say you rifle through your pocket, through his pockets, you do find the medallion he's used. It's broken in half.
Okay.
So
Is there
clearly it's
anything
the one used
different?
item to cast. It looks like
Okay.
a pitch black piece of obsidian,
Black. Okay.
and he used it as a kind of a lash out and get out of there. The nat 20 really fucked her up though. They're narrative dice though. So yeah, he kind of doesn't seem to have much on him. If you search the office, you might find some stuff.
I'm gonna. Sorry, just while you're doing that, I'm gonna do a healing
Yeah.
word on Arthur as well.
Yeah.
Just to.
How much does he get back from the healer's kit?
Let me just double check that
The
one.
healer fee, I think it's 10. I don't know if Tom is still in or Rep is still in chat there. I know he
Two.
used to be an expert at that thing.
Bear with me. I should know.
Back in the Fellowship of the Fallen days, Rep was a healer kit merchant.
Oh, good God.
It's great feat though, so.
I'll be searching the desk while you're
Yeah, can I get an investigation check, please?
oops. My character
Just stabilizes a creature with 0 hit points. That's it.
Okay, yeah, he's just stabilized then. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can cast your healing word. He gets 8 points back. Yeah, keep it with that. You do find in the upper drawer there, it was locked, but you're strong enough to pop it. It wasn't a strong lock. I'm not going to ask for a check. You do find a map with kind of in red part ink kind of circled around it is Wortman's Hollow, which, as you guys know now at this stage, is the cult hotspot. And then it looks like roots have been drawn, so you'd be led to believe that his trip actually ended up with him going there instead of Firthorn.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go sit down. Ow.
There are 2 fairly comfy looking chairs in that office there if you want to sit in them. They're a bit bloodstained.
He goes into this kid's room and literally just falls onto the ground, onto all the
Pillows?
comfy
Yep.
pillows and stuff.
Lara currently is like staying back. She's a bit like freaked out, and they're like witnessed immediate stabification. That's like probably the most violence she's seen in one split second beyond the fireball. I think she's a bit shell shocked, is fair to say. So yeah, like this guy's tied up in the chair, unconscious there. What are you guys doing? You've kind of found as much evidence you're probably gonna find the desk.
Were the couple going to bring people back here, or were we to meet them somewhere?
Air to bring them back here, but it's probably gonna take them a while to round everyone up.
Can we take a short rest?
You can start taking a short rest. I'll say interrogating this guy if that's what your plan is. Won't take away from that, as long as he doesn't break out and try fight.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm wondering though, like when the people come back, are they gonna believe us?
Buddy, despite being known as a town vagrant, at this stage he is fairly well trusted. There in that regard, you've kind of gotten that vibe.
Okay.
Despite kind of being judgmental of him when he started getting serious and chatting, people did listen to him.
Okay, well then I'll trust him, buddy.
Do we need to do this with every person in the village? Ask them for a leaflet and then just see if they're.
I think he got kicked out. I don't think he made it into the cult, because if you ask them how to join the cult, they've got to give you a leaflet. But he didn't do it, so I don't think he's. I think he got kicked out. I think
you're thinking of City Guard, and that is
Yeah.
also not true for City Guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who told you that story.
Buddy, you're a good man.
City guards probably from just drunken brawls, so
Yeah.
you're definitely like, no, that doesn't work.
Okay. I don't think we have to do it for everyone, but possibly everyone who has been alone with this man. Sorry, dwarf. Let's not.
The man is still the correct term for.
Okay, this man.
Yeah. I'm gonna drag his chair
Let's not
like
get PC.
over. Like I'm not leaving his chair near the window. That's just too handy for him.
Stick it in the corner or something.
Can we try and lock the window,
In
maybe?
this corner here.
Yeah.
Or there, yeah, whatever.
Grab a minute, yeah.
Okay.
What we can do, when everyone gets here, we can ask all the cultists to stand on the left and all the non-cultists to stand on the right. And then we're done.
If only.
So who is he being
Yeah.
alone with?
I don't know. I don't know this man. But okay.
We need to find out
He's
what.
starting to wake up.
Garvin.
Okay.
I'll slap him in the face.
Oh,
You fool! You've gotten yourself involved in something. Now listen, you're an elder of this. I'll slap him again. You're an elder of this village, and if you want to help us, if there's any decency left in you at all, you better fucking tell us who you were alone with in the last since you came back from wherever you were.
your
I'll slap him
wife.
again.
And he spits a glob of blood in your face.
I'll pinch his ear
Twist it
really
like.
hard.
His ear.
Yeah, okay. He yelps out a bit.
I think
What
he wants you
happened?
to kill him. So don't let him get you angry.
I don't really get that angry, but
He's kind of laughing as this is happening. Like, can you make me an intimidation check, please, buddy? I feel like when I say, I feel like really condescending every time I say that.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah,
7.
he's not really scared at this stage. Kind of the zealotry and the fervor is kind of taking over there. He's like, he kind of says something along the lines of, "He will rise from the shadow, and you will all bend the knee." And he bites down on his own tongue very hard, and he's going to start to bleed out.
I'll
Fucking idiot.
stabilize him. Medicine.
Very difficult to do, considering he's bit through like whatever like veins and blood vessels in his tongue. There.
Oh god.
like,
Who does
very
fire
much
stuff?
on
Is it
Alara's.
Alara's got fire
Yeah.
good stuff? Could she like fireball his face or something?
I don't think
Scorch
Alara would be
rising.
willing to in this situation.
No,
No,
I
it's
don't wanna
like
roleplay for Kieran.
cauterize the wound.
I
is
don't
what-
think she'd be.
Yeah.
I think she'd be too. I don't think that'd be something Alara would do.
I'll do it though. Produce
Yeah.
flame, and then I'll heat somebody's knife and stick it in his gob.
Yep. He screams out, but he's bitten.
Knife.
He's clearly bitten through his tongue,
Yeah.
and it's got like he won't be
You
able to
swallow
speak.
Has he any pets?
No, no.
No, none to your
There's a
knowledge.
reason. No, there is a reason I'm asking that. It's not just. There's
Yeah.
no school pet or anything like
There's a lizard in one of the classrooms.
that. Let me see.
I'll just say this one just for the sake of ease.
Have I got it?
He's over on this one of these back desks here.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna tell the guys what I'm at. I'm going out, and I'll. Where is he? This room here.
Yeah, I'll say he's just on this green one here.
Speak with animals, and I'll have a chat with it and tell it the village is in danger and all the kids are in danger and nobody will be around to feed it if it doesn't tell me what he's seen Garvin do and or heard him speaking to over the last while on
the
their
lizard,
own.
the lizard kind of blinks like one eye after another. It's a large gecko of sorts, and he's like, "Free me."
Yeah. What is it in a glass? Not a glass cage. It's in
It's like,
some.
yeah, it's like a no, it is a glass box. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's not like a fancy vivarium. Like, there's no heating lamp or anything like that there, but
Oh,
it's a glass box. It's quite. It looks fairly uncomfortable.
I'll pick him up and I'll put him on my arm and say, "Absolutely, little friend. I'll free you, but I really would appreciate if you could tell me what I'm asking you." And I'll step out with him on my arm out to the back here on the steps.
It don't. As soon as you step outside, it does try to jump off your arm.
I mean,
Can you make me an animal? Actually, can you make me an animal handling check as you do so? Just see how calm
Yep.
it remains.
do. Come on.
Yeah, no,
17.
it looks like it's about to, and then it reconsiders, and then it kind of cocks
easy.
its head at you there, just to repeat your question.
Who have you heard or seen Garvin with talking alone since he came back?
Got back today. No food for a week.
Okay, I'll pull something out of my pockets and give him a bit of food.
Yeah, if it's a bit of scrap of meat or something, it'll kind of
Yeah.
munch it up. Only them two ask about son. Left with son, Carmen.
Okay.
So
Uh,
the son is actually he'd be older teenager. He wouldn't attend to school, but he probably work. He's like a handyman that helps maintain things and keep things like scratch. Be like probably in his late teens.
Okay. Handyman, and had he done any work in the school recently?
Not in room.
Okay. Okay.
The lizard doesn't really leave the room, so like he's probably only seen him as he's passed through this room, kind of.
Cool. Okay, I'll say, look at appreciate that, and I'll just let him up onto one of the branches here.
Yeah, he kind of looks back, gives you a nod, and then just way into the forest.
Okay, I'll make my way back in, relay the information to the team, and
Did it
yeah.
say Garvin left with the sun?
And Garvin, like, more so took like it. It's hard to. It's a lizard. It's like, even
Yeah.
when it speak with animals, it doesn't really comprehend exactly what happened. So yeah, Garvin left with some. They left together. It's hard to know. Are any of you going? Like, are any of you investigating any of the rooms around, or are you just kind of sticking in the office?
I was going to go to the last one down here. Hold on.
Yep. Which
I'm
one?
on the wrong screen. 1 second. This one here.
Yep.
And just have a route around in here. On
This
the
is like
shelves
a
and
this is
stuff.
like this is like a teacher's office. But yeah, if you kind of root
Yeah.
around, you don't really find much beyond like syllabuses and notes on like the students, behavior, well, like behavioral files, grades and stuff.
Okay. There isn't really much else for us to look at, is there?
Well, like, it depends. Like, obviously, there is more to this building. Like, there's a room over here. You can see through the crack. The door's ajar. Bathrooms are in here.
Ooh, but yeah, head this way. There's a trapdoor.
Yeah.
Must
Yep.
remember, I am
This
monk,
door-
not
yeah.
rogue.
This door is open. If you want to head through it.
Guys, I'm just gonna have a look around. Don't worry about me or anything.
Yep.
Oh,
If you head in, yep. This room is like a storage room of sorts. There is a trap door. It's kind of hidden under a bunch of crates, but you're keen-eyed enough with your passive perception, you can find it. If you do pull up the door, it does descend a couple about 10 feet into the ground, and it's just in a cellar of sorts.
Okay.
It's full of pamphlets.
No, I will tell you what the cellar's full of, and then we'll wrap up. So, one, there's definitely signs of a struggle down here.
Okay.
Like bloodstains on the ground, and then there's 2 sets of manacles that look like they've been freshly fitted to the wall. And in one set of the manacles
No.
is the very much not alive body of what you would assume to be the Emmett and Neve's son. His throat has been cut. There is also a trail of blood. Then I don't have a map for this. I should have made it, but I didn't think we'd get to here. This quickly, I figured this guy'd have a bit more chance before he'd go meet the elders. But there's a sort of a ritual circle of sorts on the ground, and the blood is trailing towards it.
Is it like the one we saw when Salmon was in?
It looks like a very crude attempt of one of those.
Okay.
So, from what your knowledge is and what was kind of said, they seemed to be trying to summon that demon through that ritual circle with Salmon, which was much bigger and much more powerful. It broke the circle, and then Salmon became what Salmon became.
Okay.
It looks like this probably didn't work. I'll give it your passive perception. Like, there's no signs of any magic or any like scorching on the ground. They're like, or cracking. There's like, as you said, that the magic circle that was constructed for that broke open when they attempted it and didn't work. So it seems like he was attempting to do something he potentially witnessed when he went off.
Okay. By looking at the body, can I tell how long it's been there?
So, can I get a medicine check?
Yep. Medicine. $15.
About body's cold, but not like icy. So probably died about a day or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all you'd know. No
Okay.
signs of there's no signs of any. There are markings carved into the body if you look really close and you give the medicine check.
Okay.
They're cut with a scalpel. Some of them do seem like runes, similar to what you'd seen on the weavers, but different arrangements. So potentially trying to make something else.
Okay, I'll take note of those runes with the
They
other
are
ones.
quite
just
hard
so I
to
have-
see comparatively because they're not tattooed in. They're
Okay.
they're like sliced in with a scalpel, nearly.
Kind of crudely.
Yeah.
And is there anything? Excuse me. Is there anything else down here, or is it just that?
No, nothing seems to be there. There is there's a lectern of sorts that looks like it should have had a book on it, but doesn't.
Okay. Well, I'll come back up and I'll let everybody know the creepy shit that's downstairs.
I've investigated over here,
Yes.
and after about 10 minutes or so, you hear one of these toilets flush, and Max comes back out of the corridor with a healthy-looking smile on his face. I suspect breakfast has been cleared.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you share that, it's I'll say with everyone there, it's clear enough that you can work out that potentially he was trying to do some sort of ritual to create another one of these kind of monstrosities using the sun's body or the sun himself before he was dead.
I really want to kill him now.
No,
He's kind of screamed himself unconscious at this stage.
He is probably, if he can be saved, we should try and save him. I know it
Would he
looks
want to be
bad,
saved? What he did?
I don't think that's for us to decide, is it?
I don't think I could live with myself.
but that's not the point. We will try. Anyways, we need him alive for the council at least, to show that we're not, serial killers. I'm going to go sit down now.
Yeah, I think I'll have a little sit down too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Throws his
short
boots
rest
up on
would be
the
good.
teacher's desk and keeps an eye on him.
As you kind of stand there and everyone begins to leave the room, his eyes flash open and roll back in his head. It's as if something starts trying to speak through him, but because he's bitten through his tongue, the words cannot be kind of made legible. And then you see blood start to stream from his eyes and ears.
I'll shout at the others. I said he's doing something strange. Guys, have you seen this? Quick.
Run in.
It's kind of like he's having a seizure. Then that's how she's thrashing around in the chair and still trying to speak as if it's like he's being possessed. But his flesh begins to kind of, I don't know if you guys know what necrosis looks like, is it begins to blacken and rot very quickly. And he just dies then and there. Very clearly dead. The body just slumps, and then it with enough force even in the chair that you hear it's like cracking. Something tried to communicate with you using its corpse and failed.
At least it doesn't look like we did that.
I guess not.
I don't listen. What, have you seen this before?
No.
No, I think this cult has stages. Stage 1 where it kidnaps people and then indoctrinates them and then sends them back to do more indoctrination. And then when it gets to a certain point, it's a mass. A lot of people all indoctrinated. Then they start going violent and taking over the place. That is my current theory. We've only seen that end bit. I think we're currently at the start. Your town might still be saved.
It might not, though. We don't know any way to stop this, to get rid of this infection from people.
No, but at least we know how we can quarantine them to some extent.
And then they'll just do this, bite their tongues off and go all, and away they go.
Well,
Is
To
that
be fair,
better?
this guy was outright caught and attempted to murder
Yeah.
one of you. It's potentially like a, you know, it's like suicide, so you can't
Yeah.
interrogate him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then what happened here very clearly seemed like something tried to speak through its corpse, but because of what he did, could not.
Okay. Well, I guess we wait till the other elders come and we can try and explain to them.
I will add, what you would have heard, buddy, like you couldn't make out the language; it was illegible. But the voice sounded otherworldly. It didn't sound like anything you've ever heard a living creature speak.
Yeah, I'll say that to you guys. I'll be like, I've seen so much today. I mean, I'm definitely feeling sober, and that's a good thing. I guess we got to look at the good things.
They put shrooms in your.
But I don't know. That guy was. I've never heard that language before. That's and I know a bit of, I know a few languages, but I've never even heard that being spoken in anywhere or anything like it. To be honest, this is some serious stuff.
It is.
Fuck.
Now, do you believe we didn't bring this with us?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking along those lines anyways, but pretty sure it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, no, I don't think he brought this, this guy went missing before you guys came here, and from what you're saying,
they would have arrived in the valley about, I'd say about this stage, maybe about 3 weeks total, but they were definitely nowhere near. They probably definitely were nowhere near sunsgrace before now.
Okay.
no, I think we're all on the same page here, and let's hope the rest of the people in this village are of the same mind as us and not the same mind as the former headmaster.
Let's say as at the last point of call before we end today's session, kind of Alara kind of peeks out the door as she hears like footsteps approaching, and following two couples are definitely the town guard. They're in that regard as they're going to making their way in, and alongside some of the other elders. That's what we're going to call tonight's session. We'll deal with that tomorrow, 2 weeks from now. Woo. see whether they're here for you or the elder.
I'm ready to fight.
Maybe both. Maybe they're here to kill you. You don't know.
They can certainly try.
I mean, they'll succeed. I have fucking 8 hit points.
Oh yeah, can we roll our hit point dice? The short rest?
I will say you got about an hour, so yeah, you can.
Okay, great.
So look, we'll deal with that next session when we get back there. Paddy, I want to say massive thank you for joining in the campaign. Buddy's great.
Hey.
I cannot wait.
Thanks for having me, guys. All of you.
I'm sure you've noticed shit has somewhat now hit the fan.
Yeah.
In terms of, obviously I did the big massacre, but we're going to delving more in depth into the cults now rather than go here fight these guys. I think it's definitely going to be a more consistent threat. You guys are going to need to keep an eye out for. So with that, I would like to say, yeah, look, we may as well give our friend Ryan there a raid if we've gotten that working. I believe, Kate, can you do that now, or is that still not? No,
I can't.
Let me see. It's exclamation point raid, isn't it?
Yeah, I've tried to do it a few times. I don't know. I'm not signed in to Twitch
I can do
as
it.
EC.
Oh, I can't. Well, look, our friend Deranged Rhino is streaming Rust over there, so if anyone wants to go check it out, unfortunately, raiding doesn't seem to work for us. There, Dave in the background, Kate usually does it when.
No, he's gone to sleep. He's up early.
There, so unfortunately, no one there to do it. But if you go give him a watch there, and he plays on a good few of the games there, we'd really appreciate that. There, I'm going to wrap up tonight's session, but one big thing, to say, look, thank you guys for tuning in. Spending your time watching our time. Viewing our adventures here. This video will go up on the YouTube channel fairly soon for anyone who missed anything.
Tomorrow,
yeah, usually it's next day. And then if not, in the meantime, if you missed the start and you want to get back cracking on it tonight, you can also check out the VOD. There it goes up pretty much immediately there on the Twitch. Also, jump into the Discord. We are fairly regular with running the likes of one shots and other streams there. It's the best way to stay on top of when we are and aren't streaming is there, or by following our socials there, which are linked in our link tree below. So thanks a mil, guys, for tuning in, and we will see you on Thursday with myself, Paddy, and Freya. There, we'll be playing Rebirth of the Graven King. And then Friday again, we'll see you for the Sophrone trilogy, not to be confused with the Sophrone saga. They are related, but not the same. So, see you guys.
Bye.
Shlán.